Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's good. Had a bit of breathing space. I think a few people are now still on the recovery after that last terrible game against Arsenal. Looking forward to our next game against Fulham. We've also who we've been drawn in the Champions League is going to be an interesting one to where we go from there. So cut it short and sweet. How you lot doing? All right?
Yeah.
All good, mate.
All
What's
good.
that? Same Spurs, different day, yeah?
Yeah, same Spurs, different day.
Well, it's definitely looking that way. I mean, after that spanking by fucking Arsenal we got, about the only positive thing I think I could get out of that game was it for the first half, it looked like the players tried. And then after that, just torn to pieces. And the manager not chopping or changing it about. He's probably going to stick with that formation at 3 at the back now. I can't see him changing his formation. And I think, like I've put on the title here, it was like me and Savile were talking about it earlier, and it's just made me think about it more. There's just absolutely no chemistry in this club between the players whatsoever, is there? Absolutely nothing. I mean, no matter what formation we use and how many different formations we've tried, even when we've had more players, well, when we had less players injured as such, it just seems like we have no link between the players, no chemistry whatsoever. Like, at least when you get to go and play FIFA or whatever, you go and get certain players that mix with certain players and that. This club doesn't seem to have none of it. So where the hell does this manager go on the formation?
Well, it's 2 years. It's 2 years of, well, maybe 3 years of poor recruitment in terms of buying poor quality players and not buying the right players. And it's 3 years of having crap managers. So you've got a team that's totally devoid of confidence because everything they've been trying for the last couple of seasons hasn't worked. And you've got another manager that's come in now that's probably kicking their ass, getting them to work harder, and they're thinking, oh, God, not again. So this is where we're at.
Changing the formations again, isn't it? I mean, we complained about that we had a manager who was just stuck on one call sort of thing, and we wanted him to adapt. And then we went and got another manager in who we thought would adapt, but chops and changes his formation every bloody weekend.
Well, it's only been one game, but the thing is, it's not as if they haven't played 5-3-2 or 5-4-1, because they've done that under Frank at various games this season, and they've had good games playing that formation. So it's not as if they can't do it, and it's not as if it's not been worked on because they've done it at various points in the season. I just think that obviously injuries are going to play a part because we've got so many of them. So obviously he's limited in who he can bring on, but that's not an excuse. I mean, the way I see it is that we've had poor managers. Now I don't know whether Tudor's going to be good or bad. Obviously, Stell's got his opinion. He says he's shit. So you know, I'll wait and see over the next few games of how good he actually is. But my opinion hasn't changed. I don't, like I say, I don't think these players are relegation for the players, but that doesn't mean they can't take us down. You know, so yeah, that's my opinion. Right?
You look at it at the moment, anything's possible, isn't it? I mean, it is breathing right up our arse, basically. We fuck up another 2 games and they get a good game in. We're in that relegation. I mean, so still, I'll go with you. What have we got to do to try and make this work then? To get some chemistry out of this team, to try and make them link up and work together?
You can't, because you've got the wrong manager in place. The manager is the one who brings the chemistry. You can all cuss him as much as you like. And Postecoglou created chemistry. It might not be the chemistry you like or that I liked for a period of time, but he got the team to finish it. He got the team to win a trophy. You can dismiss it, give every reason why it wasn't Ange. That's fine. But there was chemistry there. We got rid of Ange. We brought in Frank, whose tactics were so negative, the players resented it. Frank's rhetoric with the media was so negative that he created a negative energy around the club, and I kept talking about it. You know, people in your chat, people on my chat, people on every single person's chat, they all laughed at me when I said Frank's a loser after the Super Cup final. But how did that work out for all those people that said no, give Frank time? How did that work out? And now we brought in this guy just because he's turned around a couple of clubs. This is Tottenham. This is the Premier League. He's come in, and after one game, he said Arsenal is the best team in the world. Great, that's what we want to hear. He's also said, I've never been in this situation before. Oh, great. We thought you were coming in because you're used to these situations. So what do you think is going to happen, guys? And as for the formations and tactics and formations mean nothing if you've got the wrong formation against the wrong team to do it in, and if you play players in the wrong position. You don't go to a back three against Arsenal, who are normally a team that dominate the midfield, and you take your best midfielder out of the team to put out of the midfield to play in defence. Everything Tudor did was wrong in that game, other than to give Mawani a chance because he's worked with him, and everything he did at half time was wrong because he did nothing at half time. So not manager, in my opinion. It's not happening.
It just looks like it is. We got Fulham coming up next, and I'm not even looking at that thinking we get a win out of that. I'm thinking we're lucky we're going to get a draw. I mean, Ellie, Mia, what do you two think on this with the chemistry at Spurs? Do you think this manager can actually get something rolling with us, actually get these players working together? I mean, we got no creativity in that team apart from Simmons. But then for me, Simmons has only really looked good in Europe, or when he's had a game where he's got a bit of time on the ball. He doesn't seem to like it when he's rushed as such. I don't think he's used to it, basically. Where's this manager got to go? How can we actually get some chemistry out of these bloody players to work together, get some creativity, get something working? Because at the moment, just nothing seems to work, and nothing has worked for months now.
The problem with the creativity side is that we've only got one real creative player who's finding it difficult settling into the Premiership physically. And I haven't got an answer for you. I'm in the dark because this coach, like Stel said, he's playing Paulinho as a centre-back when we have to win the midfield battle against Arsenal. They are fabulous in midfield, right? And we gave it to them and they were walking through us like we weren't there. And they punished us like we weren't really in the game in the first half. If you take the first half and you dissect it, right, we were always out of the game, but we managed to get a goal, right, to be in the game as in the scoreline. But they were dominating.
We weren't 4 goals down, weren't we?
Yeah, they were dominating, right? And then the second half started. Like Stella again said that he didn't change anything. But he screamed a lot of orders from the side and no one was listening to him. I was just on another show and I said, it doesn't matter who he was screaming at. None of them were listening. So what does that show you? That shows you there's no chemistry from the manager. The manager creates the chemistry. I agree, right? He's got to gel these players. I was watching training and I was quite impressed with the training because they were passing and moving, and it was going through the middle with Xavi as the kingpin, right? And then Basuma was around him. So he's trying to get some link-up play because we haven't shown hardly any link-up play. And when Arsenal pressed us in that game, we didn't have a solution. We were penned in. And it was like watching boys against men. It was. Over to you, Mia.
I mean,
can't say
you
anymore.
can turn around and you can say the only thing, at least, that they tried, and even that in the second, we just got it totally taken out as every which way, that one. I mean, Mia, what do you think on that? There is nothing at Spurs. There seems to be nothing that works with them players.
Do you know what I think? I think actually what Stel said is quite important because think about it. They've gone from having Postecoglou with his charismatic way to then going to Frank and now somebody else. Like they must be thinking like, what the hell's going on with this bloody club? Like this is just, we're going from one thing to another thing. And I do think they all really liked Postecoglou and they won something with him and they took that person away and said, no, actually that wasn't good enough. Even though winning something was important to the club, that wasn't good enough. Now, I don't know what message that really gives to players. I think that gives probably not a great message to players. So they're probably a bit Like, you know what I mean? I know they get paid, they need to do their job, but when it comes to chemistry, I think that we forget the human element of what's been going on at the club, and I think that definitely makes a difference. As for what's going to happen now, I mean, we can only hope in it that they pull their socks up and create some sort of chemistry. I'm with Ellie. Like when I watched the game, I was there, and you saw Xavi try. And the thing is, he had either 3 men around him and nobody helping him out, or he'd make a really good run and nobody's there. So it's like we need to defend together, attack together. It's really not that complex. But I don't know. I just think they've got into such a bad way of being that it's just not happening. And we kept chopping and changing because of injuries. We've chopped way we play. We've been changing the formations, and none of it's been settled enough for them to really create any chemistry. Let's be honest. So I'm not exactly shocked that they've got no chemistry between them. It's not exactly like a surprise, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
I mean, Simmons, every time he got the bloody ball, I mean, I see him get the ball and lose the ball where it got just totally taken out of him. I mean, that's why I've got questions with Simmons, basically. I mean, okay, I'll start judging him next season more so than this season. But I am starting to have serious questions with him of whether he can handle the pace in the Premier League. You think he's been one of the better ones?
Yeah, I do.
I've seen a moment or two out of him.
No, I think he's had a few good games. I think in the last half, I mean, obviously putting results aside a little bit, I think he's been one of our better players. You can see he's got quality. He's suffering. He's suffering. He's suffering because of what's happened to Spurs over the last few years in the bad recruitment. So he's come into that team, and you see him. He gets the ball and he's trying to create something. He's driving forward. He's trying to take people on. And he hasn't got movement around him, and when he does have movement around him, it's always once the opposition is all set up. You know, they've got their 2 banks or 4 or whatever, and he's been crowded out and he's been asked to do something. So, look, I'm not going to say he's a revelation or anything like that.
But I don't think anyone is at the moment, are they?
No, I don't think anyone is. You're right. I think the thing is with Simmons is you can see that he has quality. He's not like one of those players that he's just, you can tell that he's not got a touch or he's not got a shot, he's not got a pass. I think Simmons he's got all of those things. But in a way, I see shades of what was happening to Maddison, if you remember last season, when Maddison would get the ball, look up, and you'd be like, where the fuck is everyone?
I've seen that happen with Simmons a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think he loses the ball easily because he gets knocked
what the
off
problem
it.
is?
That's more my question.
Yeah.
His
you know what I think the
physicality.
problem is, Dan? Like when I've been giving it some thought, our recruitment has been so poor in the midfield and forward areas now for like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And we've gone and bought Gallagher, and the Gallagher that I remember from Palace and Chelsea was a good player. I wouldn't say I was ever enamored with him, that he had anything special. I thought he was a good player. He impressed me more at Palace than what he did at Chelsea. But my best mate is a Chelsea supporter, and I asked him about him. And he said,
2 different jobs they had, though, wasn't it? He was playing like a 10 at Palace a lot of the time, wasn't he?
Yeah. Now, I asked my best mate. He's a Chelsea fan. I grew up with him, right? So I trust his opinion. And he said he's a good player. So he was coming in. I thought, well, look, we need to uplift the general quality of the squad. As an overall thing, it's probably a good thing that we're bringing him in for numbers. However, he's been shit. And if this is the current Gallagher, what a bad signing he's been. Now, I heard on other shows, and I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to get in trouble, right? That he needs certain quality of players around him, a Kante, a Casado, a this and that, a Lamia, and an Enzo. And I'm thinking, hold on a minute, you bought a £50 million player that requires £100 million players or £80 million players around him to be good. Then he's not good, right? And what daft thing is that? Then my next thought is, hold on a minute, he's an 8, correct? Right?
Yeah.
He's not a 6. He's not a 6, and he's not a 10. He's an 8.
He's a box midfielder.
Right.
Yeah.
What do 8s do? They get the ball, they pass it, spread it, dictate the play. Right. He's not a defensive midfielder like a Wanyama that is just gonna beat people up. Right.
Like Paulinho.
Yeah, and he's not a Maddison, a number 10, or an Ericsson where he's
No.
gonna think it.
No.
He's got to do a bit of everything. Now, explain to me his job as an 8. What bit of everything has he done apart from run around? Right. So that
It's
is
a
one
fair
of the
point.
reasons why Xavi is not doing well, because his number 8 is doing nothing to help him.
I've seen
Right.
him have his moments, but for
What
me,
is-
I think he's looked best whenever he's had that bit of extra time. Like why he looked so good against Dortmund. Because when you're playing Champions League, yeah, okay, you're playing better teams and everything, but you've got more time on the ball, haven't you? It's not as
Yeah.
rough, not 5 people on you straight away. And when we've also played a couple of games like that in the Premier League, where certain games he's had a bit more time on the ball, I think that's the games where he's actually stood out better as such. But whenever it seems that he hasn't got much time on the ball, I think he gets knocked off the ball way too easy. I mean, physicality wise, he definitely hasn't quite got it yet. I mean, he's not a big fella anyway, is he? But then how many playmakers usually are a physical player? Not many of them. But there's been other times where I see it, like you said, where he gets the ball up there, like with that Arsenal game, what happened 2 or 3 times, apart from him getting knocked off the ball. He'd get the ball, look left, look right, look in front. There's no one there.
So yeah, so
I think
sorry, Ellie. He's for me that area of the pitch. I think where Bentoncourt's gone, where Gallagher's come in, right? And I just think the whole midfield's dysfunctional, and obviously we've got issues going forward where we haven't settled on a winger all season. Odegaard's now out. And all you've got up front is Solanke now. You know, Kudus is not there anymore. So we're devoid of talent and players going forward. And it's you know, it's a consequence of bad recruitment for 2-3 years. Now, what I would say is that, well, whose fault is that? Well, it's Angie's fault and it's Frank's fault, because when fucking Flange, Vinay, Levy, you know, the people above and before him were showing him players, they should have the nous, those 2 managers, right, to say, no, I want better than that. And if you're not going to give me better than that, have some bollocks about you and leave, or kick up a fuss. But they don't.
Yeah, but it's not their fault, though. It's not their fault.
No, well,
It's their fault. It's their fault for accepting it. It's not their fault that it happened, though.
I agree. Yeah. There's a percentage of accountability on that front. You know, it's not all them. I agree. You know, it's obviously the football director's fault and the people above them as well. It's a collective. But like we used to say with look, Conte, when he got players he didn't want, you knew about it, right? I know he only done that with Spence, but we found out during the course of the season he was really fucking unhappy with Richarlison. He even called him thick when he first came to the club, right? So at least with Conte, he's got bollocks about him. Jose, you know, when he said to Levy, you know, I'm going to go, I want to do X, Y, and Z. If you don't like it, you manage the team. That's the type of managers I want at Spurs. Ones with bollocks.
Yeah, but Maz, they still somewhat accept it because they didn't quit their job, did they? After that,
no,
so
I agree, Mia. I agree. I'm not every. I wouldn't say that they're blame free by any stretch. You know,
Yeah.
You got to play with the cards you got, though. That's a manager's job as well, though, isn't it?
But we can't accuse them of not playing with the cards they've been dealt. I mean, at least Jose got us to a cup final and he was 5th or 6th or whatever it was. At least Conte, when he came, he got us to 4th and left us in 4th. And then obviously it all went downhill from there. So I don't know, guys.
It's like we shop. They want steak at Spurs, the managers, and they get pork chops.
Mate,
know
pork
what I
chop's
mean?
good. There's nothing wrong with pork chop.
They're tasty.
they're
But
I'm not
dry.
complaining about
they're dry. When they
No,
put steak
no.
is succulent. We want the steak, but we're not
if
going
I
to
have a steak, it's got to be a bloody steak.
Yeah, you know,
bloody
a nice bit of fillet.
We don't get meat, Ellie. We
All right, we're going to get tofu. We get tofu.
You know,
It's
look,
I mean,
Dan, look,
go on, still go on.
Dan, look, Conor Gallagher was an absolute waste of money. Okay,
I
I'll
don't
say
think
it.
he was. I think he's an all right player. I think he's all right.
He's an absolute waste of money, and I'll tell you why. I said it on the Spurs 5 when we signed him. Everyone was excited on the channel, and I said, "Guys, this is stupid." And again, as always, I get rinsed. I'm on my own fighting that corner, and I said, if we end up with just Conor Gallagher in this window, which is what I'm worried is now going to happen, it's going to be an absolute shambles because we are desperate. We are so desperate for players that can score goals. I don't care if they play left wing, right wing,
He's not a goal scorer.
up front,
No.
attacking mid, number 8. I don't care where you play. If you can't put the ball in the back of the net, this is the biggest problem at Tottenham right now. We don't score goals. Nothing. So if we don't bring in a player that can at least get 5 to 10 goals from now to the end of the season, and at least 2 of those players, we're going to be in the shit. We signed Conor Gallagher, who does what? He runs around a lot. He huffs and he puffs. Once in a while, you see a really good pass from him and you'll go, wow. But the reality is he's everything that we didn't need. Now, if you want to build a squad and Gallagher's part of a squad where you have those £100 million players around him, like Maz said, I get it. I totally get it. But right now in January, he's everything we did not need. He's everything we didn't need. That's why nothing's changed. That's how I look at it. Lookman, he goes to Atletico Madrid. He's been involved in 7 goals since he signed. That's what we needed. That's exactly
We got
what
offered him as well. We got offered him and turned it down by the look of it as well. And
They
a lot
don't know
of people
what they're
also
doing.
saying that Lookman isn't good enough.
That's where Frank.
Fucking along.
This is where Frank, right? Look, it's tough, right? Because in a way, Mia's right. They've got to work with what they've got. You can't just like go out all guns blazing every time you don't get your own way. But in the situation Frank was in, he should have blown a gasket when they didn't bring Lookman in. You know, as a manager, you've got to have something about you where you can challenge the management above you. And if they don't back you like you need to be backed and they're making you fail and you know you're going to get sacked, then fucking call them out. You've got to.
He doesn't have that in him, though, Maz. He's not that character.
Look, all the successful
he's
managers.
very dry as toast.
This is the way I see it, and it maybe it's a simplistic, stupid way.
Like wet fish,
but
isn't
this is the way I see it. Every single successful manager, if they don't get their way, they call the people out.
And
Every
he's not
single
been
one.
successful, has he?
Right. So you know, this thing where managers can't do that because they'll lose their job and all this. I don't buy it. I think every manager that's got a bit of bollocks about them that wants to win and does something in the game, if they don't get their way, they end up calling the management out because they have to protect themselves. Right? If you don't protect yourself, then you're just part of the establishment. You're a yes man. You're part of the thing. So
taking the full blame, basically.
Yeah, you know, and Ange did that, and I wish in a way he didn't do that. And he was his reputation that it came from other clubs sort of preceded him. Is that if he didn't get his way, he would call bullshit and just leave. I wish he did do that because I would have imminently more respect for him. And if he did explain more to the fans, look, I wanted a better transfer policy, maybe he would have persuaded people.
He was
like
after
me
Gallagher for ages, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't.
I wouldn't want him not to. I wouldn't have wanted to do that because he's the one that won us a bloody trophy. People forget that, man. He's the one who won us a trophy. He would have gone. We would not got our trophy, man. And our parade.
Only because he shut up and then let the players do.
He didn't shut up, Dan. He didn't. He didn't. He basically
shut up. He's not a character to shut up. I'm telling you.
He listened to the players and he said, "Okay, then, cool. We'll try it this way because if that's what you think's good to do." He listened to his players, man. He didn't shut up because if that was the case, why did they not do it in the Premier League? If they were such the boss.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question you can ask. But he changed it. He changed it because they told him to.
No, this is nonsense. And Dan, you keep asking the same question. I keep debunking your same argument every time. In the first leg against Frankfurt and in the first leg against Bodo, we were not defensive. We were attacking in both of those legs.
We did.
Right? We did not sit back. The only time we sat back was in the second legs.
Yeah, against Frankfurt, we sat back in the second leg. Yeah, we did.
So
But
the
any
players
other time,
didn't go and tell him how to do it then? Didn't tell him we got to change our way to win this final?
No, he did confirm that they said that
in the
they'd
final-
spoken about it.
We weren't going to attack in that
you-
final anyway. We had no attackers at all. We
yeah,
had no attackers in that
remember,
final. They were all injured.
he didn't have any creativity in the team either. So he was forced to play that way. And obviously the players might have said, look, boss, we're not going to win if we go gun-ho, right? And as a good manager, you listen to your players, don't you?
So should this manager do that then? Are the
No,
players
it's
going to
a
be
different-
telling him
Look,
anything?
listen,
It's a
my
different
thoughts.
situation, Dan, man. It was a final of to win a trophy. I think that's a completely different situation.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If Ange didn't win that final, fine. Let's agree then. You lot wanted Frank, and Frank's never won a sausage in his life. He's won.
No,
I
nothing.
didn't want
He
Frank.
turned out
Hold
terrible.
up, please do not put me. Don't put me in that boat because I did not want Frank. I did not.
I don't think either Ange or Frank got any real chemistry out of those players as such. And this fella, well, first game hasn't leaves a lot to be desired, but we can turn around and say it was Arsenal.
We finished fifth.
What? Yeah, and after that we fell
finished
to
fifth with
pieces.
Ange. How's that not chemistry?
That was the first 10 games that rescued us. Apart from those first 10 games, that season was pretty
10
much bang
games
average.
10 games don't get you fifth, man. Come on, that's a load of
Look at the
BS.
point.
We
No,
won
look at
20
the point
games.
structure.
We won
Look at
20
the point.
games. And
We won
drew.
20
No,
games.
most
We
of
didn't
it
just
was
win
the
10.
games.
You're copying Sava. You're copying Sava. That's not true.
No, I've said this from
That's
day.
not
After
true.
the first 10 games, we fell apart.
No, you never.
No, but we
This
didn't
is a
because
new
we
thing
won
that's
a lot
been-
of
this
respect.
is a new thing
And
that's
we
been-
drew
I
eight.
called it. If you remember right, I called him after 6 games before anyone else and said if he keeps playing this way, he's going to get sussed and we're going to get done. And that's exactly what
Yeah,
started
he
happening
did.
after
They
game
finished-
12.
But he
So that's not
finished fifth
copying him.
that
I
year.
come up with that after 6 games.
But he finished fifth that year, Dan. So that wasn't true.
Yeah, because those
Can
first
I-
10
can I
games
just say-
rescued us.
It's not
So
just
where do
10
we go
games. You
now?
can't get
No.
you can't get fifth on 10 games. That
how
makes
do you
such
rescue
zero
a club in-
sense.
Yeah. Because
How do you?
Dan,
how
we
do
had
you
another
rescue
10
a club
games
in the
that we
first 10
won.
games? How do you
Because
rescue a
those
club
first
in the
10
first 10 games?
Because
Yeah.
those first 10 games, we was pretty much untouchable. And then we got sussed out. Like I said, after 6 games, if it keeps going, we're going to get sussed out. And that was where it basically fell off a cliff from there. Injuries, fine, never do any favours for us. But after those first 10 games, after that, it
we
sort of
didn't fall-
basically
we
fell
did-
to shit a bit. And then the second
Dan,
season went off a cliff. Frank hasn't been able to get anything together with these players. So how's this fella going to get any chemistry with us to save our season? That's the point I'm going to.
Dan, one second, right? First of all, the first 10 games was a ridiculously good start, right?
Yeah.
We've
Very good
never had a
start, wasn't it?
start like, okay, so we shot our load, right? That start was unreal. We're never going to see a start like that again. Let's be honest. So
I
we're
think there was
never
a bit
gonna
of
match
luck
that.
in that start as well. I do think there was luck in a couple of those games as
Dan,
well.
you can call it luck.
I just thought he played well.
We're never going to obtain that the whole season. You had fans, okay? Those fans were all lunatics. They were all mad. I never said that. None of us here said that we're going to win the league. So
No.
the start was
No.
never going to be maintained. There was always going to be some kind of drop off. The fact we finished 5th is a massive upgrade on the season before where we finished. So he's got us back into Europe. It's a good start without Harry Kane. For the first time, no Kane. The second season, there's an argument to say that it wasn't good enough. But winning that trophy and getting us into the Champions League is something fans have been moaning about for 20 years. Whether it was the players, whether it was Ange, whether it was the tea lady, he will be the manager that goes down as being in charge for it. He's gone. He's gone. But there was chemistry in the camp because whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, Brennan Johnson had no problem playing under Ange. So there must have been some chemistry there. Otherwise, he wouldn't be scoring those goals.
You know what? I get where you're coming from with that bit. We were playing for him to his advantages for what he's good at, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to
So
try
there
and
must
do
be
with the
some
whole
chemistry
team to
there.
make something out of it, isn't it?
So there must be some chemistry there. And do you know what? Last season, we scored more goals. Our passing stats were much better. All the stats, except for the defensive stats, but all the other stats were much better under Ange. So there must have been some chemistry. You know, to say there was no chemistry is a bit harsh. To say there could have been better chemistry, I can agree with you. But to say there was none, it's harsh, man. It's really harsh. This season, I just think Frank was the wrong manager for Tottenham. And I think Tudor's even worse than Frank. Because people said to me, Tudor's going to put a rocket up the player's arse. If that Arsenal game was a rocket up our asses, we're going to hell.
Yeah, but Stel, Stel, as much as I don't know whether he's a good manager or not, right? I'm not going to pretend I know he's a good manager or not. But you have the guy came in, he had that 5 days to Arsenal. You can't expect him to fix the whole situation. That's not to give him excuse to that saying that his tactics were correct or anything like that. But I think it's a bit harsh to judge him based off one game when he's just literally flown in to try and save the club and galvanise the team after 5 days.
I judged Frank after the Super Cup final, Maz. You know my stance. As soon as we lost that fight, I said, this guy's a loser.
You saw him, a loser, and that's fine. But you saw him in the friendlies and in the game.
No, this was his first competitive game. His first competitive game. I knew Frank was not going to be the one.
And
I'm telling you now.
Disagree with you.
Tudor,
I didn't disagree with you.
With these tactics, we're going to hell.
But even with Frank's first game under PSG, it wasn't that necessarily his tactics were bad up until the 80th minute. It's just that he fucked it with the substitutions completely, and his tactics from that 80th minute onwards were diabolical, which is why we capitulated.
We were kicking the ball. We were kicking the ball. It was up against 2 centre backs. Who kicks long balls to 2 centre backs? That's kids coaching, by the way. That is kids coaching.
Are you talking about Frank or Lange? Sorry, Frank or
God, we were doing that against Arsenal, doing the bloody long ball. I mean, the keeper was booting it up the other end of the pitch with nobody there.
Yeah, because we couldn't beat their press.
Yeah, but you at least wait until there's a couple of players there, don't you?
No, they were like Arsenal were on us like shit, like flies to shit. Honestly, and Archie Gray buckled, Spence buckled, the whole team buckled.
Yeah, look, I agree.
Press.
Look, like I said, I'm not trying to defend Tudor. The Tudor, this first game was diabolical. You know, I wasn't impressed with his tactics or anything, but I'm not going to judge him based off one game. I've got to give him a series of games to see. You know, and then I can beat Tudor out, you know. But, you know, if you say shit, it's fine. I'm not going to argue with you about it. I don't know anything about the guy.
The thing is, right, still, you say we're going to hell, but he's okay because he's going to leave. We're going to be down in the Championship, which is classed as hell.
Yeah, but Ellie, but hold on. Look, we have to be fair on him. The guy's coming in to do a job for us and save us, right?
I'm being fair on him, but he's going to go, isn't he?
He's going to be all right because he's getting paid to do a job. And if he doesn't work, he's still going to get paid. Of course he is.
Yeah, of course he is.
Maz, he's sitting there. He's sitting there. He's sitting there whilst we're in crisis telling media, I've never seen anything like this before. But what you brought, this is what you've been brought in because you have seen this.
I've watched his interviews and I think he's actually been quite good in his interviews.
Most of the things he said, I must agree. I do like what he says.
Ange
he's accepting
was a fraud. I mean, let's not pretend that Ange wasn't one of the biggest frauds we've ever seen.
It's cheap, definitely. Same as Frank.
Look at the performances.
Well, the performances it's like I've said. I don't think we've had no chemistry since even when Ange was there. Like I say, the first 10 games and there was luck in it, and after the 10 games. Let's say even 12 games, it fell to shit after that and just went downhill from there, yeah? Nothing was good after those first 10, 12 games. All right, we finished 5th. But those first 10 games, rescued us in a big way. That was what, 28 points. We got 28 points we got out of those first 10 games.
26 out of 26 out of 28.
That
29,
rescued
28?
pretty much of the rest of the bang average season. And then the second season, it falls to shit because there's no chemistry there in the side. The players just can't seem to do it, or the manager can't get it right. Frank, if I'm going to be honest, it seems like he was even worse than Ange, if I'm going to be totally honest with it. Because he went from one extreme to another. You went one who was so set on his way, he didn't want to change it until the players basically made him change it. And then you had the other one where we've been asking for this bit of being able to adapt, where he kept adapting too much, changing every formation a game and everything else, and started off the season okay, and then again off a cliff, fell to shit. We're now in a situation where we're facing relegation, basically. If we have two bad results and Forest and West Ham have two good results, we're then in a fucking relegation. We're in the bottom three then, quite possibly. So again, on the chemistry side of it, how is this manager going to get any shit together with these games we've got coming up against Fulham, Palace? I mean, Champions League, I couldn't give a shit. Champions League can go out the window for all I care. It's another game we don't need at the moment, is the way I'm looking at it. And the way we seem to be getting the bloody injuries, the less games, the better. So Champions League, I couldn't give a shit. I'm more bothered about staying up. But Fulham, what is it? In the past 4 games, what is it? 1 draw, 3 defeats with them, if I remember right. We haven't beat them in the past 4 games. Palace ain't going to be easy. I mean, at home, we've probably got the worst home record out there. Is there anyone worse with a worse home record than us?
No.
100%.
I don't think there is there?
No.
So even when you hear we're playing at home, you're thinking, fuck, we're playing at home, and that's meant to be an advantage. And then we got Liverpool. You might as well throw those 3 points under the bloody bus, even though they've been dodgy this year as well themselves. But
we're not winning it.
We're not winning it. Not a chance in hell. And then after that, Forest are going to be coming at us tenfold more because they're desperate to stay up. And any team that is going to come at us now, especially if we're at home, is going to go that even bit further.
Dan, Forest have hired a good manager for the situation.
Yeah.
For the situation, in my opinion, because he Premier League experience of a relegation battle in recent times. I think that is a much better hiring than Tudor, in my opinion.
I mean, you look at the games we got: Sunderland, Brighton, Wolves. They're just going to be playing for the fun of it, but they quite happily went toe to toe with Arsenal. And then you got Villa, Leeds, Chelsea, and Everton. I'm struggling to see where we actually get points out of this, if I'm going to be honest. What is this manager going to do to get something out of it?
We're going to learn a lot from the Fulham game. 100%.
I think the one good thing we can say is that we have got Danso back, and Romero will be off his ban. So I think that will obviously help with him playing the back three. I think that will slightly help. And if we've got Poro back as well. So I think, I'm not trying to say that's the be all and end all, but obviously having some more players available will be helpful.
Yeah.
Well, you would have hoped it is.
Poro on his day, he's not been performing this season though. He's been quite poor defensively and offensively. Like normally you rely
Poro
on
hasn't
Poro
been good this year.
No, he hasn't been good, not at all. And even
but then again, who has?
No, but I mean, you expect, because you rely on him because he's really good at crossing, right, and getting up the pitch and linking up with Kudos when we had him. Right, but we haven't got Kudos anymore. We haven't got no width. And on the other side, who have we got? Nobody. We've only got Tell, who's not really an out-and-out winger. He's not. I don't know what he is, actually.
So then we go back to that chemistry side I'm talking about. What formation do we actually fucking use? Because I think if we play a 4-2-3-1, we haven't got any wingers on that bloody pitch to play it out wide. I think the only one that still looks open for the players that we've got is actually playing with 3 at the back and using wing backs. And that doesn't seem to work too good for us either.
Well, if he plays Spence on the right and not on the bloody left and drops Archie Gray, that gives us more of a chance. Just those 2 switches.
Is anyone else
I
want,
just-
like, I was thinking 2 up front. I think that maybe
What,
having
Lackey
2
and
up front,
Mawani?
that might be a bit more right, because they can help bounce off each other. I don't know,
But,
like, I just,
play a 3-4-1-2 sort of thing.
Mawani and Solanke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that.
I just don't want
Yeah.
3 at the back when we don't have 3 centre backs.
but if we've got Danso back, we have got 3 centre backs.
That's if he
Danso's
comes
fit.
back, isn't it?
Then
Is he actually fit?
Well, they
Apparently,
did
he was
something.
in training. He was
Yeah.
doing a lot of.
Do you know?
I saw him in training. He was doing really well.
I think 3 at the back works when you play the bottom 10. When you play the better teams that have got killers up front, 3 at the back is suicide the way we do it. And this was my
Suicide,
worry
yeah.
about. We can't do 3 at the back against the top teams. We can get away with it against the bottom teams because they don't have the killers. They'll miss loads of chances. What I don't want to see is any again other than 6. He has to be the number 6 for Tottenham. Otherwise, just go on the pitch and wave the white towel because it's not going to happen. He's the best player we've got at the club. For me, he's our best player, and he gets played out of position more than any other. It's ridiculous, man. It's like
We should have
it's like
played
we've
him in
got
the
Harry
middle against
Kane.
Arsenal.
It's like having Harry Kane. Right, we're going to play him in the 8. Harry Kane, you're going to play in the 8. Great. Okay, brilliant. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Quality.
Suicide.
Do
We
you know
should be
what?
playing
If we
Paulinho in the middle.
Oh,
Go on, Daddy.
Go on, Dan.
1 second, go on. You
Oh, is that a house phone?
No, he's got a fax machine. He lives in the 80s. He's got a fax.
I was
machine.
gonna say, fucking hell, house phone. I didn't know people
Fax.
even had them anymore.
Sounded
No,
like
no,
an
it's
microwave.
it's my door. It's my door.
So it
Oh,
reminds me of,
okay.
like a yuppie. He's got the bun, the fax machine.
The
You got
doorbell.
your filer fax as well, Danny. You got your filer fax.
And he could do a wicked
Yeah.
Harry Kane impression.
He's got that brick phone. That brick phone.
He's got it all, Daddy.
The one with
just
the
I
there.
mean, the door system's here
Man.
sick. You got a camera and everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've got that in England as well. It's called Ring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is much better than Ring, mate. This is like a proper intercom.
the one we use. What's it called here? The one we use is Blink or whatever it's called. The one that I've set up here. I mean, Dan,
You know,
where
if
do you
we
think
were
we've
to
got to
go,
go here?
if we were to go to a back 3, right? If we do
Well,
that,
It's what
I
we're
think-
going to play. We're going to play a
Well,
free. We're
I
going to
think-
play a 3-4.
I think it's stupid playing. It's stupid playing Spence as the left back. You got to play Souza. I know he's
Yeah.
young, but he will give you far more option from an attacking perspective than Spence would.
Because he's a left back. Simple, isn't it? Plays in the right position.
Yeah.
Just play in the
Yeah.
right position.
And I saw him in training today. He looked really good.
Yeah, for me, like you play a left-footed left back or left wing back when you've got the availability to do it. I think if you go for a back 3, it's just pointless playing Spence again because you can just see how bad he is at left back. I mean, he's good defensively, but it's just it just really kind of takes the sting out of us from any perspective at all going forward. Like we've just got nothing going forward on the left hand side. And if Porro's back and Danso's back, you've got to play them two. I think if you play them two, I think
either.
no, exactly. So then it's like I know he's a young kid.
I don't think he can afford to drop Spence because he's such a good one-on-one defender.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's the only thing I think as well, Maz.
I don't think he's been that good. I actually don't think he's been that good.
Lately,
No,
he's had
no
more
one's
mistakes.
been.
He's had more mistakes. Like he holds on. The most annoying thing about Spence, and I saw it again in the Arsenal game, he just holds on to the ball far too much and loses possession in dangerous areas. And in the Arsenal game, it cost us a goal. And he's done it a few times now where it's cost us a goal. And I just don't understand that. Like it pisses me off when I see him do that. It's like just pass
Danny,
the
I'll tell you
ball.
what it is. Danny, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. We haven't had a coach in 2 years now. Well, not you. This season, we don't coach quick 1-2 touch passing, right? You've seen Carrick go into Man United. Yes, Man United have got better players. I agree. But he's got them moving the ball quick. We don't even try to move it quick.
Our
Yeah.
passing is shit because we don't work on it nowhere near enough. We're more focused on defending or kicking it long. We've stopped coaching passing play. I'm not saying we'll be Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City,
Yeah, I know.
but we don't even intend to move it quick because it's not coached.
But
We
it's
don't-
not just a
we don't do
coaching
it.
thing, still. It's not just a coaching thing because the players were doing things like
It's
this
a factor. It's a factor.
It's a
though, Danny.
factor, yeah. But it's
factor.
the players were doing the same thing for the last 3 years nearly. So it's multiple managers that they've been doing it under.
Now,
Yeah,
Danny,
we had
look at the progressive
had three
passing
crap
stats.
managers, Danny.
The
What's
thing is, they can't do it under pressure.
The
Yes,
passing
exactly.
stats under Ange was significantly better. Both progressive
They were.
passes, forward passes, and attacking
Yeah,
passes
but
were
I
all
get that.
significantly better.
I get that still, right? It might be better. It might be better.
Our
but
defensive
the same-
stats were worse. Our defensive stats were worse. But
the
passing was
attacking,
better.
but can't you see the correlation of if when we try to do more defensive work, we have better defensive stats, but we have shit attacking stats. And when we do have better attacking stats, we have shit defensive stats. This is because the
Well-
problem with this team is there's no balance. That we've got
Hold-
no
But
midfield.
Danny, I agree with you. I don't think your point is wrong, but that is because of the managers. Because I'll do a very
both
simple
managers,
example,
yeah.
not to
Yeah.
labour the point, right? Ange had gun-ho football, which bypassed a lot of the midfield play, if you remember, right?
Yeah.
And Frank didn't have a midfield because he never played his best fucking midfiilder.
Or we've got
I
no
mean,
one who can hold a ball as well or pass the ball.
What he bought in Polinia and he didn't play him for like 8 games.
Oh,
You know,
no.
it's
Yeah,
I
just-
know.
fuck knows what that was about.
And,
What
and,
was
he,
that
and he
about?
kept on dropping Xavi because he wasn't
Yeah.
playing
Yeah,
well.
that I
give him
did
a
not understand.
chance.
Yeah, did not understand
Dent,
that as well.
dent the boy's confidence.
He's an idiot.
I mean, if you ain't playing well enough, you ain't playing well enough, and that's that as far as I'm concerned. But it's not
And
as though we
Paulinho
exactly
was
had
our
We
the
didn't have
best
the
option.
luxury.
midfielder by
But
far
Paulinho,
at the time.
I thought he was as well, and it's the position we've been
Yeah,
screaming
Paulinho
for
was.
for a long time. Get us
100%.
someone who a ball-winning midfielder, basically, and that is what Paulinho does. He's not special
Yeah.
in any other way. Basically, he's good at specifically what he does, and that is getting in that tackle, getting that ball, getting it out, getting rid of it. Basically,
Here's another tactical thing that Frank really pissed me off with. Right, he's got Paulinho and Bentancur, but what does he do? He puts Bentancur as a 6 and Paulinho as 8. I mean, figure that one out.
Oh no, it's ridiculous. But you said Pep Paulinho hasn't got any more skill than just tackling. He scored our best goals this season.
yeah, but you can say
He's
that
got
with
2 bicycle
Charleston when.
kicks, hasn't he?
Yeah, and you can say that with
Which-
Richarlison, some of the goals he scored as well have been great. But Paulinho, in general, he's a ball-winning midfielder, a DM, and that is what he does basically, and he's bloody good at it.
Dan,
Yeah, he does what he
Dan,
does
who's
on
the worst
pitch.
passer? Who's the worst passer in Spurs right now? Who's the worst passer?
Archie Gray. No, I'm joking. I think
I think he's one of the worst.
Yeah, I think Sar is fucking awful.
No,
I
think
think
carefully. Think carefully. You know the answer. Think carefully. Who's the worst passer of the ball?
If you got the thing is, if you go by the stats,
Vicario.
Tell.
Correct.
No,
Correct.
Odegaard.
Me got it right. Vicario.
Yeah.
Vicario, man.
He's the
Bro,
worst.
Vicario is a fucking joke.
Oh my god!
Right. So this is what
Freaking
I'm saying
really
to you
bad.
guys. Hear me out, right? You all know the answer. Mia got it first, right? Vicario is the worst passer in the
Oh, dear.
team. Why is he never dropped?
Oh,
he's the
no.
goalkeeper.
We've got
Because-
That's on the
no,
manager. That's
because-
on the manager. That's
Because
the manager.
Kingsky is worse. Kingsky can pass a ball, but he's fucking not as good as saving. And the one thing you need your keeper to do is save, is shot
Dan,
stop, right?
Kinsky.
Hey, can anyone hear Stel?
No,
Look for Tottenham
he's
every time I
breaking
see
up.
him.
Stel, you're breaking up
You're
just for a
breaking
second.
up
But
still.
can I just ask one thing, Stel?
Sorry, I
Why,
was-
how the
Danny,
how the
Danny,
fuck
I was-
that
I was
everywhere
saying
you
to
go, the bad internet follows you, mate?
He's in Cyprus.
What,
Yeah, no.
That's been all right.
I had good internet back in England, but just temporarily, I'm in the village for a week, and in the village, it's all
Oh, okay.
like squirrels and hamsters running on wheels. So
Are you up in the
It's not real
mountains?
I'm up in no man's land. But
He's going to have a goat wandering in a minute. He's going to have a
I
goat
know.
coming to eat him, John, eat his clothes.
He's gonna
And
make
the thing
friends with
he
Louis
has-
as well.
And the bubble.
I had a goat for dinner actually. So I wanted to say,
You might even have a donkey.
Don't taste
no, I
that
don't do
bad,
donkeys. I don't do
but get a bit,
donkeys. And I was going to
get a bit of
say,
tinfoil.
Oh,
God,
we've
gonna
got
say
enough
Kinsey-
donkeys in our team.
mate,
Yeah.
I was going to say Kinski, right? Other than dropping the ball against Newcastle, he hasn't been bad when I've seen him play for Tottenham. In fact, I think he's been pretty decent. The point is, Vicario makes a mistake every week and he never gets dropped. Kinski makes one mistake, that's it, he's done. It's
Yeah, that's
bullshit.
true. That's true.
It's
That is
right.
true.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It's the Italian charms. It's the Italian charm.
Is
No,
it?
it's him shouting at Archie Gray for every mistake, and not himself.
I mean, go stick him in Serie A. I think he'll do significantly better for himself. But that's
Yeah, I
down
don't
to
disagree.
style of play, basically.
He
But
probably goes to the managers.
Sweeper keeper, he is not the one.
He doesn't suit the Premier League, not with the way
No.
it is now.
He doesn't.
You know what? He probably goes to the managers and he probably goes, "Hey, you know, they mustn't pass it to me at the back here. I can't pass the ball."
Some of that kicking out he was doing against Arsenal was criminal, absolute criminal. Who the hell was he passing it to?
No
It was
one.
a joke.
Oh yeah,
It was a
The bloke
joke.
next to me, Mia, he goes, "What the bloody hell is he doing?" Every
Yeah, I
single,
was right.
I agree
went
with
to an
you.
Arsenal player.
Yeah, I agree with Tel. I don't see why Kingsley, apart from that mistake he did to get in Newcastle, I didn't look at Kingsley and thought he was bad.
Did you call me Tell?
yeah. That's what I thought he said. Tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's catching Tell. He's catching Tell.
We'll
Oh
have
my God.
Tell on one wing and Stell on the other wing.
Tell.
Telios.
Sorry.
Shut up, Danny. Shut up, Danny.
No, but what about Austin? We've forgotten about Austin.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
He played for us. He had 2 good games. And like, no, we don't want you, mate.
No, he's dropped.
You had 2 good
yeah,
games
but
and then we signed Kinski.
Yeah.
I see him warming
That
up.
just
And
shows how
masterclass
bad
that
it
was.
is. That shows how bad it is when we're arguing about these 3 goalkeepers as well. I just think all over we look a mess completely.
Stell will back me up on this. I wish when
Don't bet on
Ange
it.
first
Don't bet on
came, right, we introduced the youngsters that we had available to us and started that project back then.
I agree,
integrating the
I
youth
agree.
Back then.
100%.
If we did that, we would have 3 or
agree.
4 players now coming through that could bolster the squad, right, and help us navigate what we're going through now. But we didn't.
Yeah.
What we did
Instead
is
of
just
Tell,
we bought it.
Odegaard, all this
Exactly.
Mm.
But we didn't.
shit. That is crap.
Right, and I still believe we do have several players with good ability and potential that we, you know, Donnelly could have been that one of those players. Mikey Moore, if we
Mate,
start,
Mikey Moore's having a
Lancashire.
great season at
Yeah,
Rangers. you know, he's having
Lancashire, I
a
mean,
really good season.
Started
no.
off slow, but
No,
he
Lancashire,
got it
no,
together,
don't
wasn't
go there. I saw him play against Millwall. Not
there's-
Millwall. I see
not
him
the
at
finish-
QPR.
But-
He was
but-
playing for Oxford. Oh
Ellie,
my God.
Did you see Kane before he
He's-
started actually scoring? Did you see how
No,
bad
but
Kane was?
he hasn't got Kane's technical skill and his
Yeah, but Kane
movement
didn't
is
have any technical skill
dreadful.
until he started scoring. Trust me.
Listen,
Yeah, but
Mikey
his
Moore-
movement is
about how
dreadful.
bad Kane was.
Mikey Moore, right now, out of all the players on loan, is having a very, very good season. Honestly, go watch his last game.
Yeah.
Scored a
I've
goal,
seen.
created a goal,
been watching
and won a
him.
penalty which wasn't given. Mikey Moore right now, for me, is better than any attacking player we've got at Spurs other than Kudos when he's fit. And
Yeah.
Madison.
I mean, he
He's better
started
than all of them,
it.
in my
He
opinion.
started off slow. And for me, he's the Scottish League, but then he's, I mean, that's rated. I don't even think that's rated
That's
in the
it.
top 20 in
But-
Europe. But
He has to
he
start
has
doing
got
that
his
in
act
the Prem.
together out
The
there.
point I'm trying to make with it is that we had players with potential that we could have integrated 2-3 years ago now, worked on them, coached them, get them part of the first team squad and see if they became something. But we didn't. We wasted money on Tell. We wasted money on Odegaard.
Yes.
We wasted money on Kingski. Do you see what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
money potentially that we could have put towards a lookman
Mate,
wages
what about
or
Yang?
something like that.
What about Yang?
Yang? Yeah,
What about-
Yang.
Yeah, what the fuck's that all
What
about?
about
He-
the other?
he's at
the
Coventry
other-
now.
Japanese defender.
who's the other Asian kid? Taki. What's his
Kai.
name?
Yeah.
Where's he gone?
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I
you
don't know
know
where he
that
is.
that is
Money.
purely down to PR. Nothing more, nothing
Yeah.
less. That is exactly what that is down to, basically.
They don't play for us,
Vuskovic.
Dan.
Now Vuskovic is a player, and he ain't going to come back to Spurs. He's going to be sold. You watch. That Vuskovic is a
Especially
player.
if we get
Vuskovic is
relegated.
better than
He's
Dragusin,
not coming.
and he's better than Ben Davies.
Yeah.
He's better than Dragusin, and he's better than Ben Davies, but better than both of them. Why is he abroad? Why is he not at Spurs?
Exactly. You know, he could have. Oh, it's just madness.
Because our club are
It's
useless.
frustrating. I mean, Ben, how you doing, mate? You all right? You look a bit knackered.
I'm doing, yeah, I'm mate. I am. I've just
Okay.
come off a 2-hour stream from the Catch Up Arsenal channel over there. They're a great bunch of lads. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. They're good.
Oh my
I
God, you
feel
sound
like
like
I'm home
Tudor and
now.
Frank. You sound like Tudor and
Don't,
Frank.
mate.
bigging
Yeah,
up
you're
Arsenal.
at home.
I'm all.
Until Mia gets her teeth into you.
No, honestly, I feel like no. I'm going to get to that. Don't worry about it, okay? But right now,
He's already walking like John Wayne after doing that.
hey, I feel like I'm home right now amongst my people. However, I am that
Yeah.
shark coming for blood. I'm looking for those frauds. By the way, big up Danny, big up all the panel, big up chat. Lovely to see you all. I'm coming for them frauds right now. Those frauds like Danny, like Maz. I see it, you as well. Don't look like Queen Ellie, like Mia, like Danny K. We'll get a draw. We'll get a draw. We'll be all right.
Listen, just because you've been on that channel licking
Fuck
their
up.
asses, don't come in here and flipping well
Listen,
start,
you
yeah?
fucking
Fucking
here.
fucking frauds. I told you,
Yeah.
you're delusional.
Jabuna all of a sudden.
No, I am good. How is everyone? Everyone all right tonight?
To be fair to Benji, he did say we're going to get battered, and you're all delusional. He came on
And
my
you
show.
did
and said the
actually
same
say
thing.
you
He
did
said it to
say
everyone, to be
4-5-1 as well.
I didn't want to be
he
right.
said it.
I didn't want to be
Gotta give him
right.
some credit.
And-
But
and I say
he
it
was
again.
categorically wrong about Frank, though. We've got to talk about how wrong he was about Frank.
I'll let you have that
You're
one.
in the
Steph.
mud. You're in the mud over Frank.
Don't give me that in the mud, Mrs. Queen Ellie. All right, we get a draw. Oh no, I'm having none of that tonight. None of that tonight.
Obliterated.
tired.
No, you got that one right. I mean, you even pretty much got the score right. I mean, I remember on our show you turned around. I think 4-1 was what you actually said, and another one you said quite possibly 5-1. But 4-1 is the one I do remember you saying. So
can't- you
what
made
we've
me
been
right.
saying is there's basically no chemistry at the fucking club between the players and everything. I don't think there's been nothing there since the first 10 games that we had with Ange, and even that was 10 games. You could say half of them was luck. So that's 3 years you can say there's been nothing really at the team. We got Fulham next. We got a manager who's blatantly going to play free at the back. How the fuck are we going to get anything out of these next results, out of these next games
We're
coming
not.
up?
Oh,
Not
that's
really.
easy. That's easy. What are you asking me such a simple question for? We're not.
Simple question for a simple person.
It's well, yeah. To be fair, I had a break. I've just started this diet, and I haven't eaten properly for like 5 days now, and my brain is not working.
Oh,
Before I
no.
was slow.
You're
Before.
going
Good Lord.
delusional.
I really am. I think Tottenham are going to win.
He was already delusional, Ellie.
Don't take
Oh, yeah,
food
yeah.
away from an Italian boy.
Hey, my lady knows. Look, listen, we're Fulham. Look, our last 4 games against them: draw, loss, draw. Yeah. Look, listen. I don't hold much hope. I mean, I look at these players. I look at you, even Mickey van der Ven now. Nobody wants it.
He's
Nobody
checked
wants it at Tottenham Hotspur. He has checked out like the rest of them. Like nobody wants it in our team. And this is what I was saying about Arsenal. It's not that I don't expect teams to not turn up against us. I don't expect our team to capitalise on it. I don't know where we've gone wrong. I don't know what the problem is. It's really hard to put your finger on. I mean, yeah, you can blame everyone up top, blah, blah, blah. But is that really an excuse for the players we've got to not show up game in, game out, and to have that arrogance to not listen to a manager when he shouts instructions? How dare you? At this point, for me, as much as Tudor is a bit of a moron, we saw that at the game. He didn't change it up at half time. It was fucking embarrassing. But as much as we can blame these people, you got to look at these players. These players are a joke. And I, for one, I'm sick of it. I wouldn't care less if any of them got sold. And then I'm hearing Stell going, "Oh yeah, Mikey Moore's great. We should bring him back." Well, you weren't saying that at the start of the season when he was doing fuck all, were you? Oh, Vuskovic, yeah, he's great as well. Well, listen, he's not fantastic defensively and wasn't at the start of the season. He's had a good season, but he's 18 years old, and people want to bring players like this in if they're going to save us. Wake up.
No, that's not what we're saying.
He's better than what we've got, is what we're saying.
No, Vuskovic could not have done a job. No chance. He needs to do what Saliba did and go away for a couple seasons.
I agree.
And build first team football and play at a men's level, at a high level for consistent seasons. He can't do that at Spurs.
That's why he's
he was
gone to
never
Germany
going to be
and ripped it up, and everyone in Germany's raving.
But for one season, he needs to do it multiple.
Dan,
if he does it for another season, and then after that, then I'd say, okay, come back when he's 19 years old. He's a bit
because otherwise we're making that same mistake
experienced.
again. We're not using our players, Greg. This is the problem of having Tell, Gray, and Bergveld.
Did we just send him
constantly
away?
playing?
Ledley King was one in a million, mate. Ledley King.
Was Sol Campbell? What about Sol Campbell?
So was he.
This isn't what Maz said, though. That's not what Maz said. What Maz said was, these players, they're better than some of the players we've got, right? Dragusin, when has he ever proved being good for Tottenham, right? When has Ben Davies ever proven to be good for Tottenham? Vuskovic is doing things I've never seen Dragusin Mikey Moore, 1 minute. Mikey Moore is showing me more than what I've seen from Odegaard or Tell. That's what Maz was saying.
Can I just say one thing, Dan? Let me just say one thing.
That's in the Scottish League. Go on,
Dan, let me just say one thing, right?
But
You've got to remember the
can't do it in this
Stell.
league.
You've got to remember the most important thing about all of this about Vuskovic. The geezer himself said he's nowhere near the level of Van der Ven and Romero, and he needs to go away to get his level up, right? That's what he said himself in the summertime.
Him to Danzo and Ben.
No. He's comparing himself to Van der Ven and Romero, right? That's what he was comparing himself to.
Them, though. Maz wasn't comparing.
Yeah, but you're still not. Yeah, but do you not understand why he decided for himself to go away? Because he wants to play first team football. He doesn't want to sit on the bench and be a bit time player. He wants to play week in, week out every game.
That's great
be
for
the
him.
star.
That's great for him. I'm thinking about Tottenham. What we need, though.
No, but you're not, because you're thinking short term still. That's short term. That's short term. No. Because you lot all go on about how many. You lot all go on about how we all can't fucking all of our youngsters never come through because we don't bring them through properly. And the one guy that actually trying to bring through properly by actually doing the right thing and sending him on loan to get first team football for multiple seasons, that you're saying, "I'll bring him back because we're in a shit show."
No,
it doesn't work like that.
No,
it doesn't work like that.
No, it does.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
We send all these youngsters out on loan. We send all these youngsters out on loan. We bring them back. We don't play them. Right, and then they end up being nothing. That's what happens. The only player we've sent out on loan, they've come back and done really well, is Kane. Right? Let's not act like this is we do it all the time. We don't.
If we get relegated, Vuskovic isn't coming back to Tottenham.
Exactly.
Do you know what though? Kane didn't do well on loan. He done rubbish.
No, exactly.
He was really rubbish on loan. But then he just clicked and he just soared. Like Gareth Bale, when he first came, we didn't win 21 games,
Danny,
I think. And then he just soared.
Yeah, the point I was making, Dan, was that 3 years ago, Stella and I, we were banging the drum of saying, look, if we're going to start this new project with Ange, we should start blooding in some of these young players that have got potential at Spurs. Right? And we didn't do that. Ange was meant to be this player that was going to start doing that, and he didn't.
What are you laughing at, Dan? You seen something funny?
Well, I'm going to give you something to laugh at, and I'm probably going to get a door kicked in while I'm doing it. While I'm doing this, I just heard a massive scream in the background. You fucking cunt! Like, whoa, fucking hell! All right, wife, calm down. What have I done? Starts going into a bit of a Barney outside. I'm like, oh, what's fucking happened there? Then I get a picture sent to me. Now people are looking at it thinking, what's that all about? You see that ginger cunt in front of it? His name's Tyrion. No.
He pissed on her.
No, she didn't notice that the cat was mating to her leg and jizzed all over her fucking...
It's because you ain't doing your duties, Dan. That's your problem, isn't it?
Oh, trust me, there'd be more mess than that if it was my duties, mate.
What just happened to the show?
Well, I gave you something to laugh about. I just heard something very abusive outside. Thought what was going on, and my wife just sent me the WhatsApp picture of the cat sitting on her leg. She didn't notice that the cat was making.
We went from we went from Ruskovich to Catches.
Cats pissing on legs. It's all
People
right.
was
It's
asking.
all one big
People was
mess
asking
anyway,
what.
isn't it?
People was
We're a
asking what I was
mess.
laughing at.
We're a
That's
mess,
what I
and the
was
cat
laughing
made
at.
a mess.
Yeah,
It's all the
didn't it?
same thing.
Oh mate.
I mean, they say you got to be careful with ginger cats as well. I mean, gingivitis and
I've
all
got
that. We all
one.
know it's
Dan,
strange.
can I be
thing.
honest with you, man? Honestly, I couldn't
Go
give
for
a
it, mate.
shit. I want us to get relegated, and I'm on my own. I've got no friends with this. I don't care. I want Spurs
thanks.
relegated. It's the only way anything's going to change at Tottenham, in my view. I've sat there. I've
That's
thought
not
about
true,
it.
Stell.
Do I
That's not
really?
true.
Do I really want to? Well,
Man, is
to
that
me,
the
it
first
is,
time you
right?
disagreed with Stell?
No, it's not. I always disagree with Stell all the time.
Man's
That's
always
not
calls
true,
me out. and I
Stell.
call him out. I
Danny
think we
wanted
need to
us
get
to get
relegated.
relegated as well because he wanted to keep Frank. So don't act like you didn't want us to get relegated. Dan.
Frank wouldn't have got us relegated, in my opinion.
Yeah, bullshit.
No fan
He
wants
wouldn't
to go there, and I get it, right? No fan wants to go there, and no fan wants to think about it, and I understand it. But for me, if we stay in the Premier League, ENIC aren't going to change one freaking bit. They're not. If we go down, they might not sell the club, but they'll be forced to change and start focusing on football. Because if they don't, they won't ever see Premier League money ever again. And I think
Still,
naturally,
they don't know anything
fans,
about
we're not.
The problem I see with your argument,
Ellie, exactly. So they're going to have to focus on it for the first time ever.
Yeah,
Look,
but
in,
you
in,
say
in,
that.
in an
People
ideal
in.
world,
but
in an ideal world,
that's on
Maz,
the
one second, in an ideal
assumptions.
world, Maz, one second. In an ideal world, the fans force the issue, but our fans aren't going to do it. Okay, I've been trying to do it for 6 years. Fans are not interested in forcing the issue. They accept it. They've accepted ENIC, right? So if anything forced, the only way their pockets get stung is relegation. Otherwise, they won't get stung, and they will never change. That's where I'm at.
But
with
the,
it.
Yeah, but
the
other
problem,
damage
the
is
problem
that
is,
this
though,
could
so
do.
you're assuming still that ENIC will know what to do to get us back up or change their
That's what I'm
ways.
saying. That's
No,
what
they'll
I
have
said.
to
They're
learn,
not
Max.
football
They'll
people.
have to learn.
Yeah, but that learning
They will have
process
to learn.
might be
Because-
They've had 25 years of not learning.
They'll have to learn. They've learned nothing for 25
They've
years. in the
learned
I
Premier
know,
League.
that's what I'm saying.
ENIC had to learn how to build an academy. They had to learn how to build a stadium. They had to
Still
learn how
haven't
to
done that.
attract sponsors. They had all the financial metrics. They've learned and they smashed it. So if money's
No,
taken away from
Levy
them, they will learn
smashed
how
it.
to get it back. Levy owns 30% of ENIC, right? To pretend
I don't
Levy and
think
ENIC, I think it's a bit unfair. I think they're very similar. If you take money from a billionaire, he's going to want it back. Great. The only way you're going to get it back is build a footballing foundation so you can get it back. They'll be forced. That's my view. That's my view on it. I'll let you guys know.
But the problem with that though, still, is I hear the logic, but
Call me
a lot
whatever
of clubs that when they go down, you could apply that to Leeds, and the guy couldn't do it. You could apply that to Villa when they went down. Then they still had to make wholesale changes to try and get back up. It took them a while.
But those clubs were never classed as a big six club with the riches that we do. We're a different animal to all of those, Maz. We're a different machine.
Yeah, but still, right?
Yeah.
You say that, right? And if they don't focus on the football when we're down and they focus on all the other stuff to make their money back, don't you
They won't
think
get
they're
their
going
money
to ramp up the other stuff? All the other concerts and things like that. Don't you think they're
No.
going to ramp that up
That won't cover
to make
the
their
cost
money
because
back?
it won't cover the cost.
If we
Eddie,
go
because-
down, go on, still.
because 50% of our income comes from football. 50% comes from football. You can only get that 50% back if you focus on football. But they've taken it for granted. They've taken football and they've taken us fans for granted. And now it's biting them in the arse.
Still, if we go down, right, it's a catastrophe for the club. I don't see us.
It's a catastrophe for the ENIC because they own the club, not us.
No, it's not. It's for us still because
No, it's not.
we ain't gonna
We
come
have to
back
put up
straight
with
up.
that shit.
Yeah, we're not gonna
We
come
put up
back
with this shit
straight
now.
away.
We put up
Because
with this shit now, though.
Because
But
look at
Danny, who
what's
cares
gonna
what you
happen.
think?
Who's gonna look at what's gonna happen at Spurs, right? If we go down, 3/4 of our squad is gone, right? Then we're going to have to
Dan,
rely on the.
You-
Then we're going to have to rely on the young
hold
ones.
Hold on, you want them gone anyway. You've called them shit all year. So that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
but still,
You're
I
gonna
think
get
I
what you
know.
want.
But still, no. But that's a completely irrelevant point you just made. It's just nonsensical whatsoever.
Yes.
If
Still,
they
totally
go down,
irrelevant,
they have
mate.
to go.
Totally
If we
irrelevant.
go, if they go down, they have to go because they're shit.
No, but still, you're not listening. Well, this is Enoch, right? You think Enoch are going to replace those players who have left because they need to make money to pay for the stadium debt and the players that they still owe money on? No, it's not going to be like that. What will happen is they'll use the youth that we've got.
The stadium debt.
No, but still, it's not even just that. They will use. They will
If you
use.
sell Mickey van der Ven for, if you sell Mickey van der Ven for 80 million, that covers the stadium debt for the next 4 years. So that's covered with ease. Just sell one player and it's done.
But still, they will use the players, the young players that we have at the moment who are not good enough, and they're not even good enough for the championship. So if you think we're going to come
here's
straight
my
back up,
point.
it's
Here's my
delusional.
point. Who cares how we feel about it? The 60,
They don't.
62,000 fans that go in there that won't protest, they want this. So it doesn't matter whether we suffer or they want this.
Can we throw some truth bombs out there? Let's think about this logically. Realistically, our
I am.
only hope here. No, I don't think you are to an extent. And you
62,000
know, I
fans
usually
agree
no.
with Stel, by the way.
I usually agree with Stel, I do, but I've got to be honest, Stel, not this time. Look, I think the only hope we've got, okay, and it is a false hope, and it's not going to happen, so we might as well just get on with things.
So if it's not going to happen,
this.
stop there. No, stop there.
But
It's not gonna
but we
happen,
have
stop
to.
there.
Okay, fuck off, Stel. Let me say it. All right, look, we have to stay in this league. A club like Spurs, we cannot. I mean, we cannot go down. We can't.
Benji,
Not
why
with our
Benji,
infrastructure,
not?
not with our
Benji,
stadium.
no,
not
I'm
with...
going to push.
No, hold
back
on.
now.
Let me land.
Hang on,
let
let
me
him
land,
finish. Let him finish.
Look, we can't go down. It's just I can't even fathom the thought of us going down.
Why
I'm
not,
still convinced
Benji?
We're probably going to
The fans
because it
want
doesn't.
this.
Because why? I'll tell you why not. Why? You asked me why not. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
One of the best stadiums on the planet. One of the best training facilities on the planet. The best infrastructure financially, probably in the Premier League at least. Anyway, we've got the top 10. You know, we're in the top 10 for richest owners. Those four things don't add up. We should not be getting relegated.
None of that is about
Should
football.
not.
Whether it's relevant or
football.
not, whether it's relevant or not, we should not be going down as a club. We are too big to go down. Again,
Oh,
that's
the
not
fans
saying
don't
I
think
think
so.
we won't.
Mickey, you
But
are-
listen, hear me out. Hear me out. The only hope we've got, okay, is to pray we stay in the Premier League and pray like you think Enoch are going to sharpen up in the Championship, which they fucking won't. We have to pray that
No.
by the end of the start of next season, something changes and we
Benji,
move forward. That's it.
Benji, you say they won't change, right? We've been in the Premier League for 25 years. They haven't changed once. If anything, they're getting worse. If we go down, what I'm saying is this. They will take, not you, not me, your salary from work won't go down. The cost of your living won't change because of them. It will change because of the government, not because of Tottenham. Your finances won't change because of Tottenham. Enoch's finances will change because they own the asset. The only people who financially get hurt are Enoch. And Enoch are the guarantors of the debt. They're the ones that are going to sweat. And the only possible way they can claw that money back is two ways. Either they sell up, which they probably won't, or they have to focus on proper scouting, a proper football network, backing a manager, not sacking him because they won't be able to afford sacking him, and investing wisely and developing the youth. They will be forced to have a footballing foundation because they won't ever see that money again. If we stay in the Premier League, it's going to be another story. We were frustrated last season, and so were you. We're going to try even harder, but the goal stays the same.
Robo still.
And here's Poch. Another story. Woo! And in 2 years' time, we'll be back here doing this again.
And you've come.
Benji,
Yeah.
Benji, look, right, and it's pointed to Dan as well. Whether or not what we feel about what Stelly's saying is irrelevant. For me, the fans have chosen what they want. They back Enoch, right? And for me, because they back Enoch, then they have to accept the consequences. And if the consequences means we get relegated, then they've backed this. So it's like I don't whether or not Stell's idea is good or not, for me is irrelevant. The bigger problem for me is that everyone backs Enoch, apart from maybe us who do the shows.
Maz, it's not even
What?
backing Enoch. It's even
Yeah,
worse.
explain that. Explain
No.
backing Enoch.
No, wait, Benji, hold on. It's not
Go on.
backing Enoch.
I mean,
It's the
Rolf, hang on a
fans.
sec. Mark, thanks for saying, come on. If you want to jump on, mate, send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll send you a link, mate. It's not a problem. Go on, Dan.
That's right. Just to add to what Maz was saying, I don't think it's even they back Enoch. It's more that they don't even give a shit. That's the problem.
Oh,
They don't care.
What's worse?
That's what I'm saying. It's worse. I'm saying it's worse
Yeah.
that they don't even care. Because
There we
most
go.
fans, they just want to go to the game, have a pint with their mate, watch the game, and then that's it. They don't really give a shit about what happens behind the scenes at Spurs. They just want to go to the game. Yeah, they don't care.
There you go. So and that's the foundation of Stell's logic. So
I mean, in that aspect,
so now you
I
agree
just
with
think it's
Stell.
too big of a risk. I think the risk outweighs the.
Yeah,
That's my
because
problem.
you can't.
The risk of what?
People come straight back
Benji,
up.
the risk of
going,
what?
Still of going down, mate. Imagine what
Yeah.
that.
What's
would
the
do
risk?
to us. The risk,
Dude,
losing.
Who
any
is
potential-
us? What, Benji? Who is us?
If we
the
go
club.
down,
The fans.
The club is owned by Enoch, not you.
yeah,
Enoch owns
but
the club,
even-
not you. So it's
No,
not us,
don't-
it's
that's
them.
the figure of speech.
Turn your
Regardless,
mic,
of
turn your
course,
mic down.
Who?
Stell's mic's really loud.
Sorry, yeah, but
It's-
us is Enoch, not the
It's
fans.
a figure. It's a figure of speech. Still, you're being
I'm just
picky
saying
there,
it's
mate.
risky.
Come on.
No,
With
I'm
that
not because
aspect, if we go down, anything from our sponsorships, TV rights, and everything, it is going to damage us big time.
it's
The one
going to damage
advantage we
Enoch, Dan.
do
It's not
have-
going to damage you. It's not going to damage
But
you.
we can't
It's gonna
guarantee we're
damage
going to come back up
Tottenham
anytime
Hotspur.
soon.
It's going to damage Spurs, whether Enoch own them or fucking Mickey Mouse owns them or someone out of Disney owns them.
Yeah,
and
but
that,
it's not
still
you. You're
gonna
making it
fuck
out
up
as if
Tottenham.
you're making it out as you're
It's
going
a
to get
figure
hurt, you're not.
of speech.
Yes,
That's the
we
figure of
are.
speech.
Nothing
That's
less.
important. That's important because everyone gets emotional about that. Take your emotion out of this. The only people who
Okay,
get
I'll
hurt
change it. I'll
are
change
Enoch.
it then.
No, but
And
emotion
Tottenham.
is football. Football is emotion. You require it to be a fan. How can you take the emotion out of
No, but you know
What
what, right?
emotion have we had for Tottenham the last 6 years? They've sucked the life out of us.
You lot are missing
That's
a
very
trick
true.
though, right? Because you say Enoch are in charge. Yes, they are in charge. But if the fans, like Maz says, they've accepted it. But if they don't accept it and they start not going to the matches and withdraw their money, they'll be up shit street. Because without our money, they've got nothing.
Too little, too
They
late.
won't
our
be able
fan
to
base
run
is
the
too big for that
business.
though, Ellie? Our fan base is too big, and you can thank Levy for that. Our fan base is
Our
too
fan base is
big.
too thick. Our fan base is too
Well,
thick. They've
yeah,
accepted
I
him.
fully agree with you, mate.
No,
Because
no,
Well,
no,
we-
hold
we-
on, Benji. No. What are you talking about? Before Levy came, we had one of the biggest fan bases ever. Back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and all that, when they were standing, we were packing out stadiums left, right, and centre. Tottenham.
I
we had
am,
a
yeah,
75,000
36,000. I am
We're
No,
one
basing
of
no,
the
that
few-
off
before
what
that
I've
we
seen
had
in
a
modern
75,000
times.
stadium.
I'm just going to say we're one of the few fan bases in England, with the exception of maybe United, Liverpool, right, that can pack out stadiums, even though we don't win as much as the others. Not many fan bases do that, which is why.
So if we go down, I still think we pack out that stadium. I still think we fill the stadium up, even if we
Oh,
get
wow.
relegated.
And this is why they
still
back
think
it.
And
this-
also,
And I
here's a little
still
fun
think
fact
this
for you.
fan base, if he didn't change the ticket prices, if they didn't change ticket prices, I'd be willing to put money on it. We'd still fill up the stadium majority of the time.
Yeah,
But
if
I
they
agree
put
with
the
Stan.
ticket
Dan,
prices
do you
up,
know
they'll
what
still
for the
pay it.
charging for their ticket prices? Do you know what for the charging? What for
What?
the charging? £979 for a
Can I
season ticket
reply to this? Can I reply to this?
in the championship. Go on.
That's a lot.
Enoch can still earn money off the fans. Enoch can still sell tickets and sell hot dogs and Asian pot noodles, whatever they sell in that stadium, right? That's
They
fine.
do that.
It's hot
That's
dogs.
fine.
They're hot
That's
dogs.
fine. That's fine. But they won't make money from top level sponsorship. They won't make money from
No.
Premier League income. They won't make
TV
money from
rights.
European football. They won't make money from Sky Sports TV rights like they do in the Premier League. The money they will lose and the share price of the business will loss is considerable. Now, when that happens, people check their ways because everything they do is about money. And when they get hit by the money, They will be forced to change. They won't have a choice because that's their only motivator. And when you take their motivation away, either they sell the club, which I don't think they do, or shit, we better take football seriously. We better think about this scouting thing. We better think about what managers we hire. We better start developing players. In fact, do you know what? We got to be a football club. That's what I'm thinking.
But we got to try and get promoted again as well. And if we don't, that can hold us back even further. Look what have happened with other people.
Correct.
And in that aspect,
which is why we've got to take football seriously, Dan.
With ENIC,
which is why we've got to take football seriously.
Is even if we got relegated and then stayed down for 2 years, lost half the price of Tottenham as such, went down. Even if they still sell up, they're not in negative equity. They're still making a shitload of cash.
The major problem
I'm still saying that's the annoying thing.
The major problem with Stel's argument we can't guarantee. The major point with Stel's argument, that which is why I'm 50-50 on what he's saying, is that you can't guarantee that they won't just hold on to the club for another decade, and then we've got them for another decade, and we're in the Championship, and everything's shit in perpetuity. And also as well is that if they do go down, even if they take it seriously and they try and fix it, and let's be honest, these guys know nothing about football, and they're hiring. The way they hire is diabolical. So they'll probably leave Lange in charge of rebuilding Spurs. Right? There's no stopping us getting relegated into like League One and dropping.
I don't trust them.
Right?
I've got trust issues.
But I get.
Maz, do you trust them in the Premier League? Do you trust them in the Premier League?
I don't trust them anywhere.
No, this is where I understand where you're coming from, because from my point of view, where I'm torn is that the fans don't care about the club anymore. And if I'm honest, because they don't care about the club, it's making me not even care now that what happens to us. That's how bad it's got.
We were in a relegation crisis and they signed Sousa, some random kid called Harry, and Gallagher. This is ENIC, everybody. When we're in a relegation crisis, we'll just do that. Mate, they couldn't give a fuck about football because they know as long as we're in the Premier League, we make our money. Right, let's take the Premier League away from you because that stadium wasn't built to be outside the Premier League. They will be fucked royally, and they're going to have to. They're going to have to change their ways because they're not going to accept that kind of a financial hit. Because in their heads, they're thinking we can sell this for 4 or 5 billion. You ain't going to sell it for that now. Now you're not. So, and by the way, they've got shareholders to answer to. They've got auditors to answer to. They've got investors, stakeholders, sponsors. They cannot allow that to happen over a long period of time. Yeah, we might go down for more than a year, but at some point they're going to have to say, either we take football seriously or we're gone. And it's their asset that will be gone, not ours, theirs. As much as we, and Benji is kind of right, we get emotional because it's our club, we love it, we want it to be the best. They don't look at it that way. They just look at the money, Benji. And we as fans are too pussified to do anything about ENIC. We as fans are too scared to do anything. So it's got to be forced
relegated is...
So in your opinion, you feel like getting relegated is forcing them out?
Club.
So in a nutshell, you think ENIC are going to improve?
Massive hit.
They're going to start bucking up their ideas.
Necessity, I think. Johnny's different to me, right? Johnny thinks that this relegation scare will wake up ENIC. And I said to Johnny, it's for the birds. I don't buy it.
I don't think it will. I don't think we can afford to get... If we go down, it will destroy the club in every which way. I mean, one advantage we do have is the excess money we do have coming in out of the football would just about cover the costs of the stadium and that. But the lack of money we'd have coming in, the players that would go, then we'd have to actually use a scouting system and not just chat GPT sort of thing to get the players in on stats and that. And they might actually have to do their job properly. I get that. But then you come back up, you've then got to try and get rid of them players to get players in for the Premier League and that.
Well, no,
this
Dan,
whole thing,
Dan,
if we go down, can fuck us over in a bad way for a long time.
Dan, if we come back up, it's because we've got a proper scouting system. It's because we develop youngsters. It's because we've got a manager that's more competent, that they backed. And it's because the recruitment has changed. they will actually have the foundations to build on. Now, if they don't build it again, then we'll be back in the relegation at some point. By the way, I want to know what Mia says on this because she stayed quiet and that scares me.
I was going to come to Mia because you have been.
Come on, Mia.
That worries me.
You know, I was listening to everyone else. I'm drinking my cup of tea, listening, isn't it? For me,
Yeah,
I
but
think that
when you can't see what a woman's doing, I don't know. I'm always looking over my shoulder. You know, it's
Scary.
just call it a bit of paranoia sort of thing.
no, I think I agree that the risk is high. I think that financial that thing come out on YouTube that was very interesting to hear how much it would actually cost for us to go down. There's obviously different rules. You can only lose a certain amount in the championship. You have to have a wage. I think there's like wage caps. There's like all different things that I think that are a big risk if we go down. So I wouldn't advocate for it because I think it is a massive risk to us as a club. And I know what they're saying, it's not our club, but it is our club, as in that's our pride, that's our joy, because we love them and we don't want that. Because look at Leicester. Leicester might get relegated
love them.
again. Oh,
Yeah.
whatever, Danny, shush.
I don't think
Like-
Leicester's in the same category as us, though. Yeah, I think we're a different.
But
ballgame to them.
I understand they are a different ball game, but the fact is it can happen. Like it's not that far out there that could possibly happen, or we could stay and we won't come back up again, and that's going to be a massive detriment to us. That's all I would say.
The reason what happened to Leicester happened is because they had a chairman and owner that they loved who tragically died in that helicopter crash, and the people that then took over were not at the level of that last guy. They had the opposite problem to us. They lost a good ownership. They lost a good league.
And they sacked their manager, Ranieri.
I mean, if we go down, the damage it will have on us will just be
They're
unreal.
frozen.
I think he has.
He's
It's a kinky
frozen.
picture.
Still, if you can hear us, mate,
I
back out
think
and come
Enoch
back
have
in. me, I'll
frozen him.
All that waffle.
Enoch have frozen still.
Sorry,
Oh, there
these
he goes.
experts-
He's back again.
Still.
The-
Oh, bless him.
These
But still, stop.
these experts did nothing in years ago.
His internet's so bad. I reckon Enoch can put a spanner in his internet.
Still, if you can hear us, mate, go out and come back in again because we can't hear a word.
Yeah, get a bit of tinfoil or something, mate.
Tell that hamster to run faster. It's not working.
He needs to get the local village man to stand on the hill at the top in it with an aerial.
Yeah.
You know, like the old CV, innit? Like the old CV, innit? Or get it on the back of a lorry or something while it's going through.
I had that same problem when I was in Cyprus trying to go on Jose's show. Same problems, kept on freezing.
God, but
Yeah, the
I mean,
internet's terrible.
the question I asked everyone, like before I was taking this proper serious, basically. I mean, in that aspect, if we knew that Enoch and that would leave, would you expect
Yes.
Spurs getting relegated?
Yes.
If you knew for a fact
Yes.
it would make Enoch leave.
Yes, 100%.
All right, I got your picture. What about the others? If you knew that we get relegated, it's a fact Enoch would leave, would you accept relegation?
No, because you don't know who's going to come in, if they're going to be any better and want up to get us back up. Like, it's a bit risky, isn't it? Like, I don't know. It's like a bit of a risk again because you don't know who's going to come in, if they're going to be any better, to want to do any better.
So you
See, the
stick with
size
this
of our
lot, Mia.
club. Does the size of our club does that negate that possibility based on the fact that because of obviously our assets, surely someone's going to come and buy Tottenham Hotspurs for the money that we're going to sell it for, relegated or not, are going to have to be pretty serious people, right? So surely that lowers the risk of someone coming in and maybe not doing so well. I don't know. Maybe I'm just spitballing.
Put it this way, they don't have to do much to do better than Enoch. Come on.
Very
They
true.
don't really have to do much.
I mean, that's the annoying thing with it. All the foundations are there. Everything is there. You just need someone who gives a shit about the football. But then who's going to want to come in and buy a team that's just got relegated, basically? Unless
Somebody that sees value.
they're
in
looking at the
business.
foundation. that are definitely willing to put some money in on the football side.
Dan,
That's
you don't
basically what I'm
need to.
just
The
saying.
money's
But then they definitely have to put into the football side. I mean,
you don't need to put money in the football, Dan. The money's there. We've spent 800 million. The problem is the decisions made around football, the scouting, the recruitment, the networking, the academy development. The money is there, people. We don't need money. We've got it. The footballing decisions are disgraceful. They are fucking outrageous. That's the problem.
so who says it's going to get any better if we get relegated?
Because they'll be forced to, because they lose their income.
Yeah, but they're still terrible at fucking picking
Their money,
people.
they'll wake up. Yeah, but they will have to.
Or they
stick
think
with
they've got the right people in, and then they'll
have-
fuck it up even more.
Then they'll lose even more money. Then they keep losing money to a point of where they say, do you know what? We're hemorrhaging money. We have to sell the club then. They'll be forced into it.
I mean, out of these next games we got coming up, we got Fulham, Palace, Liverpool, Forest, Sunderland, Brighton, Wolves, Villa, Leeds, Chelsea, Everton.
Oh my God.
Where do you see the points coming out of them, anyone? I mean, because I'm struggling now. I can see us getting a draw coming up because I must admit, I'm not even. I mean, Fulham they've done us the past 2 years. I mean, Palace is not going to be. We're at home, so I'm definitely not looking at that in favour as such. I mean, Liverpool, we get destroyed. Forest are going to be on us. Where do these points come from?
Why don't you go slowly through the for the teams we've got left and see if anyone thinks we'll get a win or a draw out of it? Or
Okay,
a loss.
Fulham away.
Loss
is our next game.
Draw.
I think we can get a draw
Win.
out of that.
Come on now.
I'm going for a win.
Smoking the good stuff. Dan's been smoking that good stuff, innit, Dan?
No, not even.
To get that high, Ellie, you don't have to smoke it. You have to do
Mia,
something else.
we don't sound the same. Why do
Mia,
people think we sound the same?
Oh, we're totally different.
It was just the woman's tone. I mean, so Palace, we're at home. At home,
Draw.
I struggle to
draw.
Draw.
So that's possibly.
Hold on. So you think we'll beat Fulham, but we'll draw to Palace? Explain.
I think we'll get because I'll tell you why. Because our players are so bad at home. We've actually been so much better away from home this season, right? The reason why we're so bad at home, well, the reason why the players can't win at home is because they're even more nervous in front of the fans. Because as soon as they make a mistake or they do a bad pass, the fans get onto them. So when they're away from home, there's less pressure because they don't have the pressure from 60,000 home fans. So for me, I think we've got more of a chance away from home than we do at home this season.
Danny, what was our last away game?
Who was our last away game? Who?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, who was our last away game?
I don't know. Who was our last away game? You tell me.
Tell me. You tell me.
I don't know.
No, you tell me.
I don't know.
I'm asking you the question.
I don't know, Stel. Why are you asking me? I don't know who it was.
1 second, I need to check.
Oh my god! Somebody said
that's why he was asking me because he doesn't know either.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I don't know who it was.
You're expecting a speech there. What are you doing, mate?
Yeah,
guys, can someone check? Because my internet is so slow.
Oh my god! For fuck's sake! What are we doing here?
I mean, what was our last away game? You know what? It wasn't Newcastle, was it?
Was it Brentford away?
Burnley.
Burnley.
That's
We
what I'm
played
asking you.
Burnley 2-2.
Hold on.
We played Brentford 0-0.
Yeah,
no one knows.
Burnley was after Brentford, wasn't it?
I think it's just where you're numb to it. Yeah, it's just where you go numb to it as such. You're just like,
we don't care anymore.
yeah, we sort of like gone off.
Was Man
United. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
our
got
last away
popped
game we
2-0.
lost. Our last away game we lost. So we're shit away as well now.
Yeah, but we have looked better away
We're
than we have
worse at
at home.
home, though. We're really bad. How many points have we got away in
Our last 3
comparison
away
to home?
games, we've lost 2 and drawn 1.
Exactly.
I mean, at home,
we're shit
got
away
what?
from home as well.
Oh no, sorry, we've our last 4, so we've lost 3 and drawn 1.
Full prem.
I think
And
we got
our
about 2
last
wins
5,
in
we've
16
drawn
games, isn't it?
Yeah, this. No,
Listen,
you're on
everything
judge,
changed.
mate.
Turn of the year.
We've
turn
only
of the
won
year,
7 games.
everything changed, guys. We're shit at home. We're shit away from home. The only thing we seem to be all right at is in Europe. But now we're playing a proper club. Let's see what happens against Athletic. But we are shit away and home at the moment. So, Danny, I don't think we're going to do well against Fulham. I think we're shit on the road as well now. I think we were good, but not anymore.
Let's
I mean,
see.
basically,
We-
that game against Forest is a 6-pointer, isn't it? Basically.
We got 1.
Yeah.
So's the game against Palace. So's the game against Leeds.
Still, I'll say this, yeah. If Tottenham don't pick up points from those 2 games, right, we're in trouble. We're in serious fucking trouble.
We're in trouble now. We're in
No,
serious
I know,
trouble
but
now.
but still, no. If we pick up points against those 2 teams, whether that's 3 points, 4 points, whatever it is, 2 points, we have to pick up points, because if we don't pick up points against them, it's going to be more difficult against the other teams. That for me, we're in serious shit if we can't pick up points against Palace and Fulham.
We've only picked up 10 points at home.
We need 4 points minimum.
We've got
for the next 2
27
games.
points.
I agree, Danny.
We picked up 17 away and 10 at home. That's shocking.
I think we need more than points. I think we need wins.
No, we've got 29
We don't get
points,
wins.
haven't we?
No, but
Draws,
that's what I'm
we
saying
need
still.
wins.
4
We need
points in the
wins.
next 2 is 1 win and 1 draw. We have to get a win in one of those 2 games. We have
I
to.
don't think we will. I don't think.
I know, but if we don't, then we're fucked, aren't we? I think we might go down. Seriously.
Yeah. If
Right,
we don't
we've
get
only
anything in the
picked up
next 2
10
games,
points
we're
at
going
home.
down. We're
Yeah.
down.
So
We've
agree,
picked
I
up
agree, mate. I
19 away. We're
I'll tell
better
you what, hang
away
on a second,
by 9
hang on a second.
points.
So look at this. So I think Fulham, we can squeeze a point out of it personally. I mean, go for it, Ben.
They're a very good
No
team,
chance.
man.
We get lost. Like I said, our last
No,
4
Mez?
games, lost. 4.
I'm gonna be positive because Stell's made me like really depressed and like want to. So I reckon we're gonna win. I reckon we're gonna win 3-1.
Help me.
I think we should all move to Cyprus.
Ellie?
Tottenham's made Maz depressed, not me.
I
Tottenham's
want to
made
think
Maz
that we're going to win, but we're not. We're going to lose.
What do you think? You
It's-
think we're going to lose, Mia?
I
think a
want
draw.
us to win, though.
Mia thinks draw,
Obviously.
and Dan? You said win, didn't you, Dan?
I said, yeah, I think we'll win 2-1. I quite like Maz's prediction. It's quite I could be.
Conor
Still
Gallagher's
obviously
going to
thinks
get the
we're
first
goal.
Fulham
goal.
have won 11,
Muwani-
drawn
Muwani-
4 and lost 12.
Muwani's going to get a brace again.
I mean, so that's
Oh my
basically
God.
2 on each, one sort of thing now. But I could see us squeezing a point with Fulham. Palace at home, I
can't wait
The
to
fact
see
that we're at
Dragusin
home
taking goal kicks,
is a
passing the
put-off.
ball to Vicario, who kicks it long and can't even get the ball over the halfway line. I can't fucking wait.
I never thought being at home
I
could be
don't
such a
think
put-off.
Dragusin's a bad player, man.
I
I
don't
know he
think
had a
he's
bad second half.
rinsed. He got rinsed,
Yeah, of
man.
course. But
We
everyone's
can't
got
turn
rinsed
his
in the
hip.
second
His
half.
first half
heavy
wasn't that
set.
bad. His second half was terrible.
Everyone got rinsed in the second half.
Mate,
quite-
mate,
He's quite a heavy
fucking-
set player.
He's Eric
can't
Dyer with
turn.
Danny Kaye's hair.
Basically,
Oh no, that's it.
Oh,
That's a
I
good
bet
one.
he can't do a good impression of
Maybe he
Harry
just
Kane.
needs to let his fucking hair down then.
No, look,
But-
I don't know. Fuck.
So where do we
You
get the
probably
points
right.
from then? I mean, Palace.
It has to
It'll
be.
be
It has to be
hard.
Fulham and
We're
Crystal
not.
Palace.
We're
man.
not.
It has to be, yeah. It has to
Thank
be.
you.
It has
Stell
to
was
be.
the only one talking any
Sunderland
sense.
away,
Only one.
Brighton at
You lot are
home,
delusional.
Leeds at
Well,
home.
pick up a point. You might get a win.
We have to, though.
We're
That's the thing,
actually
Benji.
playing. We're playing the most technical teams, and we're playing the battling teams.
Why can't we beat
Joe, I
Fulham?
think actually it's not going to be us that gets. I think it's. I don't think it's us that actually will keep us up. I think it's the other teams around us because they've got
Yeah.
hard games. I think it actually won't be
Mind
down
you,
to us.
West Ham.
I've got it.
West
I've
Ham
got it.
do
That
have
Forest are
31,
going to go
don't they?
down. I'll put a bet
West
on it as
Ham-
well.
West Ham have got a dirty run at the end, haven't they? They haven't got a nice set of games either.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think-
Our second to last game is Chelsea away.
Mm-hmm. And then
And
look
that'll
at
be
their,
the team
I
to
can't remember
relegate
their
us. Mark
exact
my
ones.
words.
That'd be the worst fucking
Okay,
thing
let me
ever.
get that set.
Oh, it will
I reckon
happen.
it will go down to the last game.
No, I'm going to be positive for our next 2 games. I've decided. That's it.
Yeah, I think the bubble blowers are going
What a
down. I
loser.
don't think.
You're such
I really
a
do.
loser.
And then,
I
if
agree,
we
man.
don't get anything against Fulham and Crystal Palace, then I'm going to
Yeah,
be.
We're
I'm
fucked.
gonna
We're
be-
fucked.
Yeah, I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Right,
You don't
yeah,
think we
hang
can
on
go
a
to
second.
Anfield
Yeah.
and
Hang on
get
a
something,
second.
huh?
Let's look at
Anfield,
West Ham.
I'm going to
here, yeah?
clap them when they beat us 5-1.
Right, here.
I think we
West
should
Ham-
start thinking about what players we should sign in the championship next
Yeah.
season. If
Yeah,
we
look
lose
at West
to,
Ham's run though.
Palace.
Look at West Ham's run.
Archie Gray will be
They've got
captain.
Liverpool. They've got Liverpool. They got Fulham, Brentford, and then they've got City, Villa, Wolves, Palace, Everton, Brentford, Arsenal, Newcastle, Leeds.
Same as us.
Their one
It's
don't.
the
Their
same-
one
that's-
don't look
that's the
any
same as
friendlier
Tottenham.
than ours. It don't look any
Dan,
friendlier than us.
So here's the thing. If you look at the relegation teams, there are like 4 of us in this relegation scrap. We've all got very similar fixtures. We've got very similar types of games. So for me, it's even Stevens who comes out of this. The only thing I can say is they are showing fight. We're showing fucking shit the bed tactics. Our players just look like their players are giving it a go though. They're genuinely giving it a go.
And they've closed the gap as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was 9 points ahead of West Ham. Now
I
it's only
thought
4 points.
I thought Brighton might actually get drawn into this because they were tumbling and they go and pick up a fucking win out their arse on the weekend.
Yeah.
They found the win.
Yeah.
You know,
They're still
we
not
can't find the
completely
win.
out of it, though. They've only got 5 more points than us, so they're not completely out of it.
Ellie, until our team shows that they can win a game of football, I think we are going down. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Tottenham are going to get relegated. We don't look like winning a game of football. We don't. I watch us
That's the
play and I
big-
say, we're not going to win like this. We're not going to win a game of football like this.
Did anybody see Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool out of curiosity?
Yeah, I
Yes.
watched
Now
it.
that
I
is
watched
a,
it.
that
All
is
in
a
the pub.
team
Not in the Forest look
fighting.
good.
Yeah.
relegation right there. They absolutely, I cannot believe how they were robbed against Liverpool. I thought
Yeah.
they were fantastic. And they're below us in the table. Below us. And they're doing performances like that.
The thing
This
is,
is
they
why I
can't
can't-
Yeah, they were
score.
good. They were good. They were
They've-
very good.
They were
They,
that's
they can't
hard.
score. They've
It was
only
like, what was
scored
it,
25
96
goals.
minutes, wasn't it? It was like
They just
96
can't
minutes
put the
they
ball in the
conceded, wasn't
net.
it?
No, it's true.
That's why
Ellie-
I
Ellie's
think
right,
Forest
yeah.
are gonna. That's why I think Forest are gonna get relegated. You look how
I
many
do
goals
too.
they scored. 25. That's rubbish. We scored 37.
Ellie, when Forest come to White Hart Lane and beat us, let's have that chat.
And they
And 3
will.
of those goals were against us.
Still, man, stop being so
What is it?
negative.
Okay.
And they've
I know
lit in
exactly how that game's going.
39.
I can't believe that's Danny saying that. Flipping hell, how the tides have turned. I
We've lit
mean,
in 41. They've
I'm-
lit in
I'm just-
39. Minus
Even if
14.
you sit here and try and be positive, it's
It might
hard
go
to
down to
even
goal
do that.
difference.
It's
Positive.
hard to even look at this
Positive.
and try and be positive.
I'm a season ticket holder, and in 403 days, I've seen Spurs win 4 games at home. In 403 days, I've seen 4 Premier League home wins.
You should ask
That
for
is
your
a
money
win.
back.
That's a win every 100 days, right? And
We
you're telling me
want
we're going
our
to beat
money
Forest.
back. We want our
And
money
you're telling me
back.
we're going to beat Nottingham Forest. All right.
We want our money back.
Is that right? Basically, we've won 4 games in just over a year. Basically, 4 home games in just
Yeah.
over a year.
Yes. Yes.
So,
We'll
Stella,
have to
answer
rely
me
on
this
our away
question.
form
Yeah.
then.
Stella, answer me this question. Out of the remaining 11 games, which games can we win or will we win?
I
we
think
can
Fulham we
beat-
can
Wolves away.
hang on. I think Fulham we can
Wolves
squeeze
away.
a point. I think Palace we got a chance. Forest, I think they're going to be honest if they played anything like with Liverpool. Liverpool just goes without saying, might as well give them the
Palace
3
is a
points
draw.
now.
We'll draw against Palace.
Sunderland,
I think we
I
could
don't
beat
know.
Leeds.
Brighton,
Sunderland, we're
Wolves,
gonna lose.
maybe. Villa,
Brighton, we're not gonna
no. Leeds, possibly. Chelsea,
Leeds are good
never.
now. Leeds are good now. Leeds are
And
good now.
Everton,
Yeah, but they conceded 46 goals still. That's bad.
out of all that,
So-
I can
so
put a maximum
basically,
of
in
7
Minus
points.
9.
Yes,
You don't
I'm with you,
believe-
Dan. I've
you
just done a
don't believe-
calculation. 7
You
is
don't
mine
believe we're
too.
going to get 9 or 12 points, basically. That's what you
We
No,
did
Danny's spot on,
we
Stella.
did this prediction. Like, how many points do you think we're going to get? We did this before the Arsenal game, and everyone on that show predicted 12, 15, and I said 8. I'm telling you,
I'm looking at 7.
I'm good. Right, so 7's closer to what I said than what everyone else. I reckon we.
Why
get
don't you
back
do
to
that
8 points.
that table generator, the one that you can put in the results for all the rest of the last match weeks of the Premier League, and then you could see where we would end up.
The only positive.
Why don't I just
right,
ask
the-
ChatGPT?
I think we're going to finish 17th.
The only positive the only positive that I can look at is the last game of the season. If it goes to that game, it's at home. And I think, as much as we're shit at home, I think home advantage will be massive for anyone in a relegation, because if there's a day for fans to get behind a team, it'll be that day.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think
we're playing Everton.
are going to get?
Yeah.
You've seen how nervous our fans get when we go into anything really
But
important.
they'll get behind the team, though, Maz. We got behind them at
They
Arsenal.
will.
We were just shit.
Yeah.
We were just shit. But we
Does 7 points save us?
I mean,
Can
7
crap on
points
the
would
pitch.
get us 36. Another 7 points would get us 36 points altogether.
Nah, that's not enough.
Does anyone think that'd be enough to save us? Because
No, we need
Totally
9.
depends. That
We
would
need-
totally
we need
depend on
9
how
to 12
West Ham
points.
do and Forest do, basically.
We're gonna know. I'm telling you, after Fulham, we are really gonna know how
Do
this
you-
is gonna
all
pan
right.
out.
The problem is we're the
The
only
one
team in
thing
the
we have
relegation
got-
battle. We're the only team in the relegation battle, Dan, that's in Europe. We're the only team.
Do you know what? That is why that Europe go out and play the fucking kids and ignore it, as far as I'm concerned,
Yes.
and just focus
Yeah,
on
but
that.
you know,
Premier
you know
League.
he won't do that.
I agree,
you know
Dan.
Tudor won't do
No,
that.
I-
Tudor won't do
no.
I
that.
know,
He
I
won't do
know,
that.
but that's
Fulham-
I'm only
Fulham
giving
are
you
given-
my side of it. If you look at this, hang on a sec, Ellie. If you look at this, yeah, the one thing we do have on them is the goal difference, and I can't believe I'm even saying this is goal difference. We've only got -4, whereas they've got -14 and -70.
Mate, it's happened before where elite teams have gone down on goal difference.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying I've never used goal difference as in, well, we've got -4,
know.
they've got -14.
Wait,
It's
wait,
usually
wait,
we've
wait.
got +10 sort of thing.
Look at our goal difference after we play Liverpool and Chelsea away.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you can take it. I think you can put another like 6 or 7 goals on top of that easily, can't
Mate,
you?
we're going to get a butt whooping. We're going to get a butt
I'll
whooping.
tell you what, it's currently 60th minute in the Wolves game and it's still 0-0. Again, another team that's
you.
Who's
showing
Wolves
some
playing?
fight. Aston Villa,
Villa.
Okay.
Yeah.
another
Right,
team
Benji.
showing fight.
Benji, just think about this. Wolves are
Go on.
gone. Right, they're gone. They showed more against Arsenal and Villa than we've shown in the last 2 months. This is why I'm
I'm
saying
with
to
you.
you guys, I think we're going down. I really think it's going to happen.
I don't think anyone's saying it's. I mean, there's still some people out there saying that it's impossible, and fuck off. Nothing's impossible,
No.
yeah. And the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And if you
Yeah.
remember, I said last season that I thought last season would turn into a relegation one, and if we didn't watch it this season, we'd definitely have to watch it because we could end up going down within the next season or two. Here we are, basically. I think last season we were just that safe because the bottom 3 were just absolutely that dog shit, basically. Whereas now it's that bit tighter. I do look at that, and out of the games left, I'm looking at a maximum of 7 points out of that if we're lucky. And then we're just
Dan,
totally
let me
relying on West Ham, aren't we?
Question. Dan, let me ask you a question. Pick the Premier League. Your team. Any team you want. Team, not Tottenham. Just pick any team but Tottenham.
Everton.
Right. If you're Everton and you said this weekend you get to play West Ham, Forest, Tottenham, or Leeds, who do you want to play?
Spurs.
There's your problem. There's your fucking problem. Every team knows they can beat us. Every
Yeah.
team knows they can beat us. That's the problem we've got.
I mean, we are
Wolves
bottom of
just
the
went
table,
1-0 up, by the way.
basically.
Yeah, but whether they
Yeah.
know that,
Wolves are
whether they
1-0
know
up.
they can beat us, it doesn't mean they will beat us.
No, but everyone
No, but
who's
Ellie,
going to come
up
for
here-
us, Ellie,
They'll have
instead of
confidence
maybe,
to beat us.
yeah, instead of
No,
maybe
no.
coming at Spurs to play to be happy with a point, anyone who's going to come to Spurs now is going to come there. We want 3 points, nothing more, nothing less. Especially when you're doing it against people like Forest. And that's what I mean. I just keep looking at this more and more and thinking, where the fuck do these points come from? And I'm just
So-
hoping.
Does
I was
anyone
gonna-
think?
Well, Mia.
Our Wolves have scored.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wolves only
yeah.
up 1-0
All
All
we need is a coach.
What are you
Stel.
doing?
That's all we need, a coach.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Dan.
Does anyone think though, if we get a point, say
That's a good goal.
with Fulham, that we might like get a little bit more of, like a confidence in the team? Because the reason I think it is a lot of it is lack of confidence. And if we start picking up a couple of draws, could that be a little bit of a catalyst to give them a little
Yeah.
bit more of a confidence? I'm not saying
I
it's the
get that,
be all and
Mia.
all, but I'm just saying, innit?
Mia,
Yeah.
if your manager, after your first game with him, says, I've never seen anything like this before, you're feeling confident.
I mean, Frank said worse, so I guess. Like,
Yeah,
Listen,
it ain't.
that Fulham game is not going to decide. It's not going to decide
No.
whether we go up or down, stay up or down. What's going to decide is the 11 games, right? How we perform in all of those 11 games, right? And
But
like
any
you
one of
guys
those
said,
games, Ellie, could mean we go up or down. Any
Yeah,
result
but
in any
like-
of those games could cost us the season or save our season.
yeah, let me land my point, right? Let me land my point, right? But what you said, Stel, is very poignant. It's what you asked the question, who do teams want to play? Yes, they
Us,
do
innit?
want to play us because they know they can beat us, right? So
Tony
we've
Tottenham,
got
lad.
we've got to try and change that by start winning bloody games. If we
How?
start winning a few, we could listen. We've won games this season. We've won 7 games. It's not a
Look,
lot.
All
It's
this
not a lot.
positivity is making me really tired. So
I'm not positive. I'm just saying this.
Ellie,
The
our
Fulham
last win was
game.
the first week of December.
I'm not positive. I'm saying the Fulham game is not going to decide whether we stay up or go down. The other 10 games will, though.
Ellie, it was going to bloody tell us a lot as to what's going to
It's
happen.
going to tell
I
us.
think
It's
so.
going to tell us, but you don't know. Football's a funny old game.
I love this.
Oh,
Ellie,
okay,
It
Ellie,
can turn just
Ellie,
like that.
No,
Ellie,
Ellie,
you-
we're going to go to Fulham. We're going to lose, right? How are they then going to react against Crystal Palace? You think Crystal Palace ain't going to smell blood and give them confidence?
Yeah, of course they are.
Of
But I'm
course.
You know
just
what?
saying it
I
won't
love
be a
this.
decider.
I love this. Before the Arsenal game, everyone said it won't decide the season. Now we go to the next game. Fulham won't decide the season. Then Palace will come. It won't decide.
Yeah,
Before you
but
know
it
it,
is
there's
a
2
point
games left.
still. There is a point. There's a point to
I
it.
don't know.
It's not positivity. I'm just saying it's not going to decide. It depends how
Okay,
we
Ellie,
play in the other games.
Forest-
How many points we
The
get
players, the
and how
play,
many points the other teams get.
Ellie is
Right,
right
ask you a
because like the
question.
players know they have to know now that these 2 games are like the most decisive probably out of the running. Like these 2 are the most decisive. If they can't do it on these 2 games, they're not going to do it at all. Like that's my
Yeah.
opinion.
But Ellie's not right then, Danny. You just
No, but what I said is not going to decide it, but it depends
will.
how we react.
If Forest-
And Danny's
if
point is
Forest-
right.
If Forest and West Ham win this weekend, would you say the same thing about the Fulham game?
No, because
It
then
is all
they'll have
depending
points
on
in the
other
bag.
people's results as well, isn't it?
That's what I
Try-
did
it's
say,
these
though.
2
I said it
games.
depends
It is
on how
these
the
2
other
games.
teams do in comparison.
Fair play.
If
All right,
we
fair play.
lose,
All
they
right, fair
lose. It equals out.
Do you know how I know we're 100% going down? Because I'm watching Wolves right now. And I can tell you something. If we played them, they would
Wolves,
absolutely
come on,
fucking-
Wolves.
Well, we are playing them, mate. We are
That's
going to
my
play
cousin.
them.
Yeah.
You know what I remember? I remember
Wolves have
Ellie
got
saying
nothing to
me-
play for. So Wolves are
No,
just playing
and they're
football now,
still
aren't they?
performing better than we are. You
Look-
want to see this game right now? You've got players zonal marking, going into man mark. You've got the effort I am seeing from a team that has no reason to fight.
Benji,
Yeah.
that's called coaching.
When the,
That's
and
called
when-
proper coaching, and we don't
And
want to
it-
admit it. It's proper coaching.
it's also when the pressure's off, like Conte said, they don't like to play
Oh,
under
yeah.
pressure.
True.
That's true as well.
True.
Listen,
That's true as
That's
well.
true.
That's true as well.
And
Go on,
you've still
mate.
got
I
fans
don't
that
agree.
shit
I don't
with
agree. I
players.
don't agree with
Yeah.
Ellie, and this is the reason why. Because several weeks ago, she
Shut
knows what
up.
I'm gonna say. Several weeks ago, on Spurs Corner, I think I said that we're West Ham are 10 points or 9 points away from us, and they weren't. They were 12, right? And Ellie was like, "Oh, they're not going to catch us up." So every week since then, I've been saying, "Ellie, how many points are we away from West Ham?" And now we're down to 4.
I'm in the
So-
mud.
Yeah.
I'm in the
You're in the
mud.
mud.
I didn't think we were that shit, Maz. I didn't think.
Now
I
you
didn't.
know.
Do you know? Look what West Ham did though. They went and bought 2 strikers. And what did
Yeah.
we buy? A defensive
What was it?
midfielder.
They bought,
And 2 youngsters.
We've got Conor
Yeah,
Gallagher that
James
needs
Wilson.
£100 million Casado playing next to him and a legendary Cantona
I still
playing
don't
next
think
to him,
Gallagher's a
and
bad
Enzo.
player.
No, Gallagher's not a bad player.
No, he's not a bad player. He's not
He's
a
not.
bad player.
I don't think he's
just
nothing
playing
special,
bad for us at the moment.
But I don't think he's a bad player at all. And
I don't
wouldn't
think he's a
complain
bad
about
player,
having
but
him
you
in the team.
you can't say that he hasn't been absolutely dog shit for us.
He
Absolutely.
has.
Yeah, but everyone has,
I
mate.
agree-
Everyone's
I
been
agree
dog
with
shit.
I agree with what Stel said in the aspect of he wasn't the type of player we needed. Now, if we'd have got,
Yeah.
if we'd
Why
have
has he
got
come
the sort
in
of
and
player
doing
we needed
bad?
and
What-
gone
why-
and got him, I'd have been all right with that because
but Dan-
Gallagher, I think he's a good player to have
Dan,
in,
he's
have
never
in your
been at
first
Spurs.
11.
Agree.
He's never been at Spurs, right? He's coming from a Chelsea team that done well at the 3/4 of the season with Poch. He went to Atletico, he's done decent, right? Albeit, he wants more regular football. So he should be coming to Spurs with an air of confidence, but he's come to Spurs and he's been rubbish.
Maz, let's be honest. Let's be really honest.
Okay.
When a player walks into Spurs or a manager walks into Spurs, they look at the fucking shit show and they're like, fuck. Fuck. That is what it is like. That is literally what it's like at the moment.
I can't deny that because every single player and manager that's ever walked through those doors since Poch has been fucking hell. What have I walked into?
Frank,
Yeah,
Frank was bang
literally.
average.
They're all
was bang
sold
average
alive,
before Tottenham.
aren't they? They're
was
sold
bang average
alive.
before Tottenham. Frank was bang average before Tottenham, and Conor Gallagher was bang average before Tottenham. He had one good season at Palace, and that was it. He's an average
I
player.
think
kind of
Gallagher's
thing.
an all right
Chelsea.
player. I don't
No,
think
Gallagher's
average,
a good player.
but I think he's
Yeah,
an all right
Gallagher
player.
was
No,
very
he
good
had-
for Chelsea.
He
Very
had
effective.
a very good season. for
Nothing
Chelsea.
And Palace.
special.
Yeah, he was good. He was good
I
still. He
think
was very
Conor-
good for them.
I think
Palace as well,
he's
yeah.
average. Good players don't need good players around them to be good. Gareth Bale was
True.
phenomenal.
That I agree with.
Phenomenal. He wasn't in the.
No,
he
but-
was-
no,
he
But
was-
I'm
Gareth
not
Bale
sure
was
what
a
you said,
generational
Phil.
talent.
Oh,
Still.
does
It's
that
a very
mean then you
different
don't
thing
rate
than
Xavi at
Conor
all?
Gallagher.
I think Javi's been so underwhelming it beggars belief, and I rated him.
Oh, do you
I
know what?
really
I agree with
rated
that.
him.
Right, I
I
keep
really
hearing, I
rated
keep hearing.
Xavi Simons,
If
but
he
I
had
think
better
he's been
players around
massively
him,
underwhelming.
100%. I'm fully
What
with
is
you.
this?
There, mate.
Players are only good if they've got good players around them. Like we
If a
can't
player
do
is
that.
that good, he
Danny the
stands out-
fraud, Danny
he
the
stands out
fraud,
in
and
a
Danny
shit
K the
team.
fraud. They all agreed with Sava when he said that. They
With-
all agreed with him.
Oh,
If they've
Yeah, but
got
it's
better
true, though.
players around them, they look
If-
better.
it's
But
true.
I said with
Oh,
Simmons,
well,
I don't think he's looked special unless he's been in a game where
Guys.
he's actually had space. If the
Yeah.
player's that good and a player is that much quality, even stick him in a shit team, he should still stand out.
Matt,
he
Matt
gave the ball away
Letizia-
22 times against Arsenal.
and he
this
hasn't.
year.
Matt
Gallagher
Letizia-
hasn't.
Yeah, that's
He's
why he got
rubbish.
hooked.
Matt
Sorry.
Letizia played in back to back shit Southampton teams. Yeah, he was a superstar.
Joe,
Yeah.
some people are hoping that Poch the Saviour is going to come and make Gallagher
He's a
fantastic.
good one. Matt Letizia was.
Matt
Matt
Letizia, he was
Letizia
good.
is
He was good.
something else.
No, Matt Letizia was brilliant, yeah.
He's an average
He never missed a penalty, did he, Matt Letizia? Am I
Generation.
right in saying that?
No,
No, I
his
don't
goal
think he did.
against
No, if I remember right, I
Newcastle.
don't think he did.
If Moussa Dembele was in this Tottenham team, he wouldn't be giving the ball away. He wouldn't be getting pushed off the ball.
I know, but still, how can we compare Moose Dembele to what we've got right now? We've got fucking
But this is
Sar and
what- but we
Bergvall.
spent-
I mean,
we
really?
spent 50 million. We spent
Video.
50 million on Gallagher.
Yeah.
What does
I
he
saw
do?
I saw
50?
a sport video.
35.
Jason Cundy
35
saying
million.
Dembele's,
What does he do?
Dembele's the most overrated, one of the most
Yeah, but-
overrated midfielders. I'm thinking,
But
you mad?
Who said that?
Jason Cundy?
Oh, he's a
He's an
fucking clown, that
idiot.
idiot.
He said, yeah, what a
He's
clown.
he's a clown, yeah.
Jason
Yeah, Cundy, Joe,
I
what, you
don't
need to
respect
change one
him or
letter in his
O'Hara's
name.
fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I-
T,
Yes,
the
it's true.
DCT.
I think there's
Yeah.
another name for him, and it does start with a C. It's just not a fucking.
That's what I
clown.
just said. You've got to change one of the letters in his name and you're sorted, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I think the word cunt suits him better, but that's just a personal opinion in that aspect.
Is that
But
Michael? What's
with-
his name? Missio Wati 881.
is
Come
that
on the
the
show,
one?
Michael, you fucking
What
fraud.
the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
innit?
on the show.
Yeah, come on, Mike. If you need some
What a
depression,
fraud.
mate, come and talk about Spurs
No,
on how we look like we're getting relegated.
I like him because he's very philosophical.
merchant.
Oh, he's great, Mike.
He's
Michael's
very
right.
philosophical, isn't
He
he?
called Gallagher a cardio merchant. He's right. All he does is run around. He's a cardio
It's
merchant.
true. It's true.
He's good to have in your team, but he's not the player we needed. I agree with that. And
If we
let's
were
be
Team
honest.
GB
When
in
you
the
compare,
athletics, yeah,
Yeah, when you compare Sarr and Gallagher,
Ugh.
what does Gallagher do that Sarr doesn't do? And
Oh,
vice versa?
Sar's useless.
I'm being
Sarr
called
is-
out.
Yeah,
I
precisely.
don't know.
Sarr is
Sounds
fucking
better.
useless.
There he is.
I mean, Gallagher is
If he
better
can
than
score
fucking
a
Sarr
goal.
and Bergville.
In it.
How
Not
long
at
before
Spurs,
Michael
it's not.
says "fuck"?
No, I agree, mate.
Fuck these fucking
Not at
cunts.
Spurs, it's not.
No, you're
I
right.
disagree.
Can't believe how.
So come on then,
Why
Mike.
did I
shit
fucking
we are.
support Spurs?
On the whole situation with the games we've got
Fucking
coming up
shit.
and everything,
Fuck.
where do you see any points
don't
coming
be
from?
fucking racist, mate. English is not my first language. Come on.
What did you fucking
Anyway.
say?
What are you saying, Mike? You're white. We can't be racist here. Don't be stupid. So with that one, when it comes down to it, where
There's
do you
some
see
white
us
on white
scoring any
violence.
points?
Yeah.
Where do you
sorry,
see some points out of this, man?
out of Fulham or what?
We got Fulham, Palace, Liverpool, Forest, Sunderland, Brighton, Wolves,
Oh no.
Mate,
Villa, Leeds.
I had a chat with my mates, right? And I kid you not, it's impossible to fucking predict how this team is going to play. Because it's like, when you look at it logically, or like, you try to apply logic, right? And you look at our home fixtures and it's like Leeds, Everton, Crystal Palace, Brighton, and you're like, yeah, we should be the favorites in those fixtures, right? But no, we lose at home every single week pretty much, right? But then you look at our away fixtures and you're like, okay, we lose at home, but we gain some points away from home. But our away fixtures are like Villa Park and Anfield and Stamford Bridge and whatever, right? So it's just like, I don't know, mate. Like, I hope and pray we beat like Palace, I don't know, like Leeds, maybe one more, right?
Out of all those games, how many points can you honestly see us rescuing? I've said 7.
Likewise.
Out of all, until the end of the season,
Yes.
I would say around 10. I think there will be, like, we'll win 2, maybe 3, and like draw a couple, I think.
Fair play.
Well,
Who do
I
you
hope-
see us
I
beating,
hope.
then, Mike? Who do you see us beating out of the teams we've got left?
This is going to be fun.
Leeds at home. I think Leeds don't travel well.
Really?
No,
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that either.
Still,
Yeah, but we don't play,
I
we
told
don't
you
play well at home.
it's
They travel well to our grand.
it's impossible to
Everyone
predict. It's impossible
Everyone-
to predict,
Everyone
right?
travels well to Tottenham.
Because like
No.
I don't know if any of you have the Wolves Villa game in the background, but Wolves are playing Villa off the park, so even like Wolves away is not a given or anything, right? So
I was
No,
going to
it's
say,
like-
we said 7, Dan. We said 7, mate. I think we should
Yeah.
deduct 3 because I gave 3 of those points against Wolves. And if this is what they're going to produce, mate, we are banging trouble. So
I love
I'm now
this. I
stuck
love
in
this.
4.
End of February, we're predicting Wolves will beat us at their ground. This is fantastic. This is amazing.
But
stuff,
it's-
guys.
Oh, this isn't a prediction, Stelios. This is a fucking guarantee.
I
mate.
agree with
Yeah?
you. I actually agree with you. I agree.
it's just
I think Wolves
it's
are
just
going
a
to beat us.
sad reality. It's just a sad
This has
reality.
got to be
mate.
one
Like,
of the most positive shows I've ever been on.
Wolves.
No, you are
Wolves
right.
are
Listen, we're going to win the next 9 games.
I
Guaranteed.
mean, Matt, I'm
Listen.
sitting here trying to rescue us on how we're going to stay up.
No,
And every time I look
think
at it,
I'm being,
I just
I'm being
can't-
truthful.
going down, going
I'm being
down.
truthful. I think this is the first show I've ever
Down,
been at
down,
where
down.
we've said, "Fuck, we actually can't like see where we're going to actually win." Full stop until the end of the season. With the less
and
it
it is
Wolves.
actually being realistic. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all it's going to take is a couple of wins and a couple of bad results on their side, and we look a lot safer. But at the moment, the way things are going, with the way we're seeing Wolves doing and everything else, and West Ham trying to put in a bit of fight and everything, it's just not looking positive any means or manner.
That's why I think, honestly, for me, and I'll end on this because I need to go. If I'm going to judge Tudor in the next 2 games, if we win against Fulham and Crystal Palace, right, then we're good, right, and I can see us maybe picking up some more points along the way, right, and I won't be as worried. However, if we lose against Fulham, that is when I'm really going to be like, fuck, we no,
I
get ready
agree.
to go down. That for me, that's where it's come to. And on that note, thank you very much for having
Take
me.
it easy,
guys.
Maz.
Good to
Cheers
see
for coming
everyone.
on.
See you later, Maz.
Take
Take care of yourself.
And I'll see you soon.
You fraud, Maz.
So let me ask the question then, right? And still, I'm interested to see what you've got to say on this as well. can a win make the difference? If we get a win against Crystal Palace, will that make a difference for the following game?
Yes.
Or are we at that point where you do think it will make a difference? Who is
Especially
our next
if West
game
Ham
after
lose.
Palace?
Liverpool.
I don't think we beat. It's Liverpool.
We
Yeah.
got Fulham, Palace, then we got Madrid, then we got Liverpool, Madrid, and Forest.
Do you know what
Again,
it
I
is
might
for
be
me,
alone
guys?
here,
It's
but
not-
I don't care about
Benji,
Champions League. Not interested.
Benji, it's not necessarily the win, right? It's not necessarily the win. It's how we look in the game when we win, right? Because you can get a win through a bit of VAR, a lucky own goal, the goalie fucks up. You know that can happen, right? If we play a game of football, we say, right, that's more like it. That feels like a team that can actually play football, and you know they can do something. Then I can say, do you know what? Maybe we can build on it. But I haven't seen that all season. I haven't seen one game other than Burnley, the first game at home, and Man City away. They're the only two games where for 90 minutes I felt we look good. We actually look like we can do something. Every other game, it's a 30-minute patch, one half, 10 minutes there. You know, and you see Wolves, they lost their first 5 games of the season, came to Tottenham, and other than the 94th minute Paulinho equaliser, they were going to beat us.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're worse. We're worse now, and we're going to their ground.
We haven't
So
been
I
good
don't
against
see- I
Wolves
don't
for a
see
little while, have we?
And they are
No.
better than they were when we played them last time.
Yeah. So in my head, if we can't beat the team that's bottom of the league, I don't know who we beat, guys. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I mean it. I don't know who we
We
beat.
beat Chelsea
don't-
away.
I don't think anyone said you're actually being dramatic with
Just
it.
getting
We're
Chelsea's
all
sending us
agreeing
down.
with it.
Chelsea's
Yeah.
down.
I said the same thing. Still, I'm with you. It will be that because it's fucking poetic for Tottenham.
100%.
be that.
Chelsea will send us down. I don't know who we
We've
beat,
got-
guys. People say, "Oh, we'll beat Palace away." Glasner's checked out.
It's at home. Palace at home. It's at home.
We've only got 5 points from the bottom 4 so far because we beat West Ham away. We lost to them at home. We beat Burnley at home. We drew with them away, and then we drew with Wolves. So we've got 5 points from those bottom 3 only, and we lost to Forest away 3-0.
The
West
fact
Ham
that-
United to have any chance of staying up had to beat Tottenham away. They did it. Nottingham Forest, they know they've got to beat us. They know it, and they're going to come for it. And I know if teams come for us and we shit the bed, we don't shit it. It's full-blown diarrhea. It's all over the bed sheets, it's in our pants, it's on the walls.
It's like Dan's tomorrow night.
You haven't painted a pretty picture there still.
It's like Dan's cats.
Oh no, the cat is easier to
It's
clean the bed than
anemic,
what we're going to do against fucking them.
diarrhea.
I mean,
Listen
it's
to
the worst
YouTube
type of
saying
diarrhea.
we're not going down.
What do we
or
do-
guys,
what do we
we'll
do
be
with
all right.
this
I'm like,
Madrid
where does
game?
that come from? Where does it all come from?
what do we do with the rest of the Champions League? The 2 games
Send
during.
the
I mean, me
women's team out.
personally, I'm saying send the fucking kids out there. Don't put any
Yeah,
players
I
at
would
risk
too.
of getting more injuries.
I
Basically,
would
Our
too.
women's team's decent, by the way. We've got
Because
a
you
women's
know what's going to
About
happen,
it,
right? If we
We've got
send
a
the
good
first
team.
team out to there, right? You know, one of our key players, as bad as maybe inconsistent as he has been, someone like Xavi Simons is going to be out for the rest of the season. Then we're even more fucked. Like,
shit.
I've said it today that I just hope we go out of there unscratched. Just
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
know, just I will take the softest like 2-0 away, 0-0 at home, like for Atletico. Just get us out of there as quick as possible.
yeah,
Just focus on the fucking league because as I said, like I cannot predict where we get points, right? And we need to get like 10 or 12 to be safe. So
After
I
this
don't want
stream,
to
I'm going to
get
go.
through 'cause- Go on, Mia.
go on, Mia.
After this stream, I'm going to go and visit my AA meeting. I don't normally drink, but now I've definitely got a drinking problem after this stream. I've only been on it 2 hours. And I've got a drinking problem already, man. It's the most depressing ever.
it's just
yeah, we're
it's
going to
just a
beat
reality,
Fulham. Don't
right?
worry.
It's just a reality. Like I don't know.
We're going to beat Fulham. We're going to surprise everyone.
Last 16 of the Champions League, and we're in a relegation fight. It
I
just
know.
doesn't make
Only-
sense.
Number one, he's going to
Fulham
get a
at home.
brace. Stell's favourite player.
Fulham at home have been they've been a very good team at home this season. Fulham, they're a good side at home. They really are.
Wait,
I don't
they
think we
just
go-
slapped Sunderland away. Only the second time Sunderland lost in the league at
Yeah.
home, right?
I'm saying to you, man, like guys, look, if you put your hand on your heart and you deep it, who do you really, truly, yeah, we're going to beat?
Nah.
Fulham.
You feel that way.
Danny, you're such
I
a
thought
fucking
Burnley
wind up,
away.
mate.
I thought-
Why are you talking so much
Because
shit?
We do.
no, because for me, if they don't beat Fulham, they need these players. They've got to go into this. No, they can't be that fucking dumb to realize that if they don't get points in these 2 games, they are in real serious fucking trouble. Like they have to get points in this game. This is a
What if
must.
the
These are
players
must.
What if the players are tactically set up wrongly?
Well, then we're gonna go down, aren't we? Still. They have to get points. Like this is like it's like, even Tudor said it. It's life and death right now. These 2 games, the next 2 games, is life and death for Spurs right now.
How is it,
I-
right? Even when we're the shittest team in the world, we still don't lose to City. I don't get it. We've given Arsenal the league. Those 5 points difference are the 5 points we took off City. We're criminals, man. We're fucking criminals. I'm telling you, we're criminals.
And on that
Go on,
note,
Mike,
I've
you were
got to
gonna
check
say
out,
something.
guys. I've got to go. All right.
Nelly, take care of yourself.
Yeah,
Cheers,
All right,
Nelly.
darlings.
See you
All right,
later.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Go on, Mike. You were going to say something, mate.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if any of you said it on this stream, right? But I think when you guys were talking about the players, right? I honestly see those guys as they just don't give a fuck if they go down or not. Like I have this fear inside me that I look at these players and they just don't care that they go down.
That's
'Cause
my fear.
if they go down, they will just find a different club that will hire them, right? We will have to do a fire sale because let's be honest about it, we can be having players on those wages in the championship. They don't want to stay in the championship, so we'll have to sell them. They will find a better club. And let's be honest about it, even though they are not doing great, like guys like Poro, Van de Ven, Romero, Udogi, Bergwall, like all these guys will find a better club than what we are right now. So the way I look at these players, like I don't see a single, maybe Palhinha, but other than Palhinha, I don't see a single player that just puts his heart out there on the pitch. Or at least that's the vibe I got after the North London derby. I felt like the performances from players were so half-assed. Like
I think
I
they
don't know,
tried
I
a bit
just-
harder in that
Yeah,
Arsenal game than the first
yeah, they
Arsenal
tried.
game.
They tried
Yeah.
harder than under
It's-
Frank, but I don't think.
That was hard
Listen,
to do.
Yeah. Listen, that game at the Emirates was, I don't know,
But
that
we
was
got-
the
we got-
worst fucking game I have ever watched. Because at least at home, I know it was still shit, right? But at least there was like a bit of something behind the game. But when we went to the Emirates, we just, as I think we talked about it, Dan, we just pulled our pants down, just spread our ass cheeks, and
There you go.
like help them with everything. We are already lubed up, like everything, right? It was just like, have a go. Yeah.
No matter how much you try and be positive about this, it's fucking hard. I mean, do you honestly think we're going to go down then? I'll ask that. I don't think we are.
No.
I think we're going to rescue it by say 2 points. I think we're going to just about rescue this season. But then next season, surely, if this can't change the owner's way, with us just not going down by like 2 points and literally by the skin of our teeth, then nothing's going to do it. I don't think.
I agree. If we stay, I think we will stay up. And if we do, when we do stay up, like you said, Dan, if they don't change their ways this summer, then I believe next season we will go down.
So could this be the thing that actually rescues us if we stay up? Could this be the actual thing that actually changes the board then? The fact that we've only stayed up by the skin of our teeth.
I think it's the only thing that can show them that. And like because if they don't, then to me, they will go down. There's no way in hell they won't go down if they don't.
I feel-
Relegation's the only
I feel-
thing. Is it? Sorry, Michael.
No worries. I think if we stay up, we better prepare for like years of mediocrity, of like bottom half finishes. That's the way I see. And if we go down, honestly, that there is this like I think we talked about it, boys. There is this like small part of me that actually wants to see this club relegated because, like, I don't know what else shakes us as a whole, like the club, the fan base, everything. I don't know what else shakes us enough to actually see a reaction, right? Because the way I see it, and we spoke about it, right? Like we are in the depths of hell pretty much. And I don't see a reaction from the fan base, from the club. Like I don't know what's going on. And I gave examples of big Polish clubs that are in the relegation zone as of this season, right? They are leaving like stands empty. They are organizing protests, fucking, doing everything in their power as a fan base to try to rescue this. And the clubs are reacting, right? Whereas I think I look at what's going on with us, and other than like online, us talking about it and like a few hundred at best people protesting, there is like no reaction from the fan base. Like me personally, I don't fucking understand.
They just all walked past us standing
Yeah.
there, basically. There was about 100 of us there, and 55,000 people just walked past us quite happily, and a couple give you a thumbs up, the others give you a dirty look, and others just didn't give a shit, basically.
I don't know. It's like fucking tourists out there. Like, and I'm not blaming people for visiting the stadium, right? I'm not saying tourists as in like that's a bad thing that people want to go see their first match or whatever, right? But I just look at the stands, I look at the way the fan base reacts in the stadium, and I just feel like there is no passion behind them. They are just like accepting the fact that we are just wank, right? It's honestly so disheartening because like
Michael,
I started supporting you. I've said it plenty of times. I've said it plenty of times. This fan base is a bunch of pussies. That just, I'm sorry, like that I have to put it in these words, right?
So you see it, mate.
See, this comment here is the problem. This fan here, you are the problem. This isn't Dan's channel that's saying it, it's me. You are the problem. Because it's fans like you that think Levy did a good fucking job. It's fans like you that think sacking Mourinho before a cup final, Levy's decision, was a good idea. It's fans like you that think sacking Poch to then waste £900 million on the other four managers was a great idea. It's fans like you that don't protest. It's fans like you that don't think Levy owns part of Enoch. Shame on you. You're part of the problem. You're the same fan that doesn't do anything about what's happening at this club. And then you want to come for people like me.
I think it throws you again.
Even if I want Frank out, I don't have a decision. To say, even if I want Levy out and I want Frank out and I want Nuno out, whatever I want, doesn't matter because I'm not in the boardroom saying, right, morning board, today we're going to sack the manager, and today you Levy are gone. I don't make those decisions. If Enoch are that weak that they're going to listen to what the fans say, then they're even more fucking shameless than what I thought. Fans like you are the problem, 100%. And I don't care. By the way, like, subscribe to this channel and Spurs. Thank you. And Neil, the Tottenham Lone Wolf.
From my perspective, I think, Joe, what happens, I think there's a lot of mixed messaging with these protests because the change for Tottenham was a bigger, like, we want change. It was their messaging was anybody who wants a change can come to these. And I think that a lot of people came when Ange was a big talking point, and I think that was sort of accepted because that was accepted as a change. So I think that all along there's been quite a lot of mixed, like with the change, I'm talking just change from Tottenham, I think there's been quite a lot of mixed messaging about what they actually stand for, and I think that confuses the message. That's something I will say as somebody who sees it maybe from a bit more of an outside perspective.
I completely agree.
100%. And that same person in the chat saying I wanted Frank. I never wanted Frank. I was one of the first ones to call him out.
Neither
I called him a loser.
Neither did you, Dan. He was my third choice. I was quite happy with him as third choice. I thought he'd be able to play with the cards he's got better. I couldn't have got it more wrong.
You wanted Glasner, wasn't it, Dan? You wanted Glasner first,
No, my first choice was Inzaghi, then Glasner, then Frank. But I didn't that one more wrong if I tried.
I didn't mind the appointment because I thought he will do better, but I was never in the whole fucking professor of truth and entertainment kind of camp. Like because like that was just overdoing it for me, right? Like he was an okay manager at Brentford. He did great things with Brentford. I know he didn't win trophies, right? But to bring them from where they were to, yeah, go
I
on.
want Enoch and Levy out. Enoch and Levy out. I want them both out. We've got one out, and we've appointed worse. By the way, Vinay is worse than Levy. He's worse.
I was about to
But
say,
Enoch-
you've even agreed we look worse without Levy than we did with Levy.
But if with Levy, we were still in a mess.
Yeah,
The
we
difference is
had
now
to get
we're
rid
in
of.
we're in a bigger mess. But Enoch,
But I still wouldn't want Levy
here.
back.
Enoch
I
is
still would want Levy back. Sorry, go on, still.
Levy owns a third of Enoch. So Levy, simple as that. He owns a share in this football club. We need Enoch gone, but they're not going to go because fans aren't prepared to do what it takes. So you have to accept.
So if they don't,
and if you accept them,
if they don't,
then you need to be depressed and miserable all your life supporting Tottenham.
If they obviously don't want to lose money and everything, like you said, if they get relegated. So if we are that close to relegation this year and we only save it by, say, 2-3 points, whatever, seriously, that's got to give them some sort of kick up the arse. Or do you reckon next season won't be so bad? Because one thing that has done us this year, if we're going to be honest to an extent, and I ain't usually one to complain about it, but you got to admit, the injuries have fucked us over good and proper this year as well.
Of course.
Massive. They have really done us good and proper this year. They've just been all different types of injuries, and they've all been 3 months, season, 2 months, 1. It's not as though we've had like injuries for a week here, 2 weeks there with the odd 2 months.
And that's why you need to build a
go out
squad,
for a
Dan.
season of 3 months.
And that's why you need to build a squad.
Talking of building a squad, has anyone noticed how many players we've brought that have already been relegated with previous clubs? I don't know if anyone feels like that's a factor, but that doesn't give me much hope going forward. You know what? I'm just going to throw this out there because I'm watching this game. There's 4 minutes left, and I'm fucking furious. I'm seeing a team in Wolves that have little to no quality in their team. Little to no.
Wolves do have some quality. We talking? They have got some good midfielders.
Mate, listen, I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, little to no. I said little to no. So I'm not saying they've got zero. I'm saying little to none. Right? They don't have much quality in their team. And what I'm seeing is bodies on the line. They're throwing themselves in front of balls. The whole team is pushing up when necessary. The strikers are holding on to it when they need to. It's just fight. It's pure fight. What I'm seeing, they are 4 minutes away from being Aston Villa. What are they, third in the table? Third in the table, I think they are. They are 4 minutes away from beating them. You can't tell me Wolves have got a better team than Tottenham. Even I don't believe that. Yet here we are. And they are playing like a team. They're showing fight.
They're not playing with any pressure, Ben. They're just playing football because they can play football.
But regardless,
you do see that
they're
sometimes.
Still performing. No, I agree with you. That is a thing. So, but regardless, you know how hard it is to sit here and watch the bottom team in the table putting up such a fight when I go and watch
you
my
are basically
own team.
already going down.
But so there's no reason to fight, which is even more annoying. But when I go and watch my own team, I die to see it. You know, Spurs fans, if we played like this, we wouldn't complain. But the fact of the matter is, we are at such a point now as a fan base that we're not even asking for fucking wins anymore. Let's be honest. Most people these days are going, fuck, I hope the boys turn up.
Draw.
I hope they perform.
Just hope they even turn up for a game, innit?
This is what I'm saying, mate.
Unfortunately,
That's where we are.
Oh,
unfortunately, Benji, like the truth is, the injuries have fucked us completely. That's what our biggest problem this season. It's not just being the defense, but it's our attack. That's where the biggest problem has been. We can't score goals, and that's because we haven't had any competent goal scorers in our team for most of the season.
Do you say injuries? Well, what strikers have we got? What wingers have we got that's injured that get us GA?
Look, you have to remember, Benji, and I've said this like a fucking million times. Son, Kulu, Madison, Son, Kulu, Madison, and Solanke. Unfortunately, they gave us a lot of input last year, right? That's where most of our goals and assists came from. And when you don't have any of those players available, what do you expect? They're proven goal scorers year in, year out, apart from Solanke. But even Solanke would still do a part of a job, and more so than Richarlison would as well.
Okay, so in
Hold
your
on, he
opinion,
had top
and I'm not
scorer
coming
Brennan
after.
Johnson. Frank didn't use him. What
Yeah,
are you
and
chatting
Brennan
about, Danny?
Brennan Johnson, don't. I'm not gonna bother having this conversation about Brennan Johnson again.
Sorry, I was on the wind
Danny,
up.
in your opinion, if
I
we
know.
had
You nearly got
Kulusevski
me there, though, Mia. Nearly. I was about to
nearly
bite.
Mia. Close.
Yeah, I was about to bite. I was gonna be bothered.
Danny, in your opinion, if we had Kulusevski and Maddison, do you feel like those two alone would make a difference in this current Spurs team?
Say that again. If
Kulusevski and Maddison were available throughout the season, do you think those two would have been enough to make a difference to Tottenham Hotspur this season?
Yes.
Okay.
2-0 with Wolves.
2-0 Wolves.
No, they haven't just scored again. I'm a bit behind you. It's 96th minute so far, and currently they are. Oh, here we go. Here's the break. You're having a laugh. Sure, they don't score again. Kept himself on side beautifully well. Bit of a bodged shot. Turn. Oh my goodness. That's fight for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you get when you don't give up. That's what you get when you give a
Arsenal
shit.
and they bring it back as well.
Mate, Rodrigo.
I mean, the injuries have definitely fucked us over this season to an extent. You can't I'm put the telling full you, they blame will on it, smoke but I us when think we go there. injuries are a big
Oh,
point.
they're
of
going
it.
to.
I know. We're going to lose to fucking Wolves. This is unbelievable.
With what you were saying, Ben, in the idea of if we had Kulusevski and Maddison playing, would it make a difference? Well, you'd hope so because they're good players.
You'd like to think, but Dan, can I be real with you, mate? Why I might be the only one sat here thinking. I don't think it would make that much of a difference. I don't know. Maybe. I just think I feel like it's the ethos around Spurs, it's the energy. I don't know if Kulusevski and Maddison really would make all that much of a difference.
Even with our full
they
team,
would.
then,
They
if we've
would.
got our full
They
team,
would.
are we really that
Oh,
bad
my
that we should be in this position, or are these players actually better than this? Because I've been
I think
arguing
that's-
all season that I think the players are better than a bottom three.
Who's
I've got
out
to
really,
say-
really
Have
missing? Because
questions.
we're talking
Go on, Mia.
about big.
Go on, Mia.
Yeah, I was going to say though, nobody predicted us when the beginning of the season. No one predicted us to be this far down. Everybody said that we can do better. So I can't be hearing people saying that because I think that's a fallacy. When people this season predicted us, I said between 7th and 9th. So I'm
I said
thinking
10th.
if we had our full squad, if we had like more players available, there's no way we should be down where we are. Absolutely not. Like even with the players we've got, I don't believe it. But no, because everyone predicted us to do better this season. So
Mia,
I
But it's
think
the
no one's
mindset and
saying that.
mentality of Tottenham Hotspurs. That's the problem.
yeah, but hold on. Mia's right, but at the same time, when we signed Tell and Ben Davies as our first two signings, I went ballistic. I said no. Changed by saying Ange, and then in the summer, when people like me and others were getting excited about Enoch 2.0 and Vinay and Charrington, I said, guys, you don't get it. You can't see the patterns haven't changed. If these owners were different, Ben Davies would be gone. Tell wouldn't have been signed. What the fuck were we thinking? But yet, we just need a coach. And Enoch is going to change now. Levy's gone. I'm like, no, this is the same problems we saw from before. And the truth is, you're right. None of us predicted it'd be this bad. But when we signed Ben Davies, I'm not going to lie to you, Mia, my heart sank. And when I saw Tell sign, I thought,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to get on board with this season. But you're right. We shouldn't have been this low. She is right. None of us said we'd finish 17th. None of us said that.
I think the problem we had is that we didn't expect, like, I think a lot of us, I know I did anyway, I expected Xavi Simons to be better than what he was this season. I expected Muani to be better than what he was. Like, when I saw those players come in, I was quite happy with it. But the problem is, obviously, we didn't anticipate that. Well, Muani came in fucking injured anyway. And then Xavi Simons, we didn't anticipate that he wasn't going to be up to scratch this season. Not fully anyway, because he's not used to the league. He needs to bulk up a bit more. And yeah, so we kind of, and then on top of that, you didn't replace Son. You didn't buy a left winger, right? And as bad as he was last season, he still got nearly 20 GA, which is fucking ridiculous for a decline in Son. Like none of our players can hit 20 GA this season. Not one of
Benji,
them.
But
So
Benji, to quickly follow up. To quickly follow up on your question about like the players we are missing, right? For me, it's not even like about the quality we are missing, because like obviously we don't even know how Kulusevski and Maddison will play after these injuries, right? Both of them have been out for nearly a year. But for me, it's about like the numbers, right? We don't even have players to even throw bodies on the pitch, right? Because like this season and last season, I remember really well last season when we played Newcastle at home and we had like 13 injuries, and on top of that we had like some sort of a sickness in the squad, and there were like 5 players out, and we had to play Austin that game in goal, and we had to play like a couple kids, and we lost 2-1 to Newcastle, and people were having a go at Ange for losing that game, and I was like, yeah, like Ange made plenty of mistakes up until that point, but that Newcastle game wasn't on him because he didn't even have players to throw on the pitch, right? So for me, it's when you have like 13 first team injuries, first team as in like part of the 25-man squad you can register, right? When you have like 12 available players or 13, you don't even have bodies to try to impact the game, right?
Yep.
Because like all you have is under 18 kids on the bench, right? Like unless they are next fucking Yamal just sleeping dormant on the bench, right? Then those players won't make a difference. And I know that some of the players we are missing are bank average, like Bentancur, but I would rather have Bentancur than not have him at all, right? I think that's the case. And when you make like 12 of those cases, then I'm just like,
you make a fair point. I get it.
For me, it's like, yeah, even if it wasn't Maddison and Kulusevski, just like 2 random guys, right? Just football players, professional football players. It's still
seasoned professional.
It still makes an impact, right? You can still can try to do something, right? Because like at the end of Frank's tenure, I know he did plenty of shit things along the way, right? But in January, I actually kind of felt bad for Frank, kind of, just because like with the amount of players he was missing, it's not even like he could attempt to rescue the situation, right? Because like yeah, go for it.
I don't agree with this because
Whoa.
we were 2-0 down against Forest, and the subs he made were absolutely.
Still, but you weren't listening to me then, because like I said, he made plenty of mistakes along the way. But in January, when we had 13 injuries, at that point I kind of felt bad for him because at that point he couldn't make a difference with the subs, right? Because when we played Forest, it was in November. We had plenty of players available. I fully put that Forest game on Frank, right? But
how can you feel sorry for him though? Because he caused us to be in a situation where if injuries came, he was in trouble already. Because it wasn't just Forest. There was 4 or 5 games this season before the injuries.
Yes, still, again, you're missing my point. I said that yes, he deserved to be sacked before those injuries even came, right? I was saying that, but my point is that even if he tried to change something or rescue like his tenure at our club, when he had 13 players missing at that point, there was nothing that he could have done, right? It's not like he could go to a back 3 when he has 2 fit center backs, right? It's not like he can change something in the attack when he has no fit attackers, right? Like I'm saying that he got us into a situation where we were so like deep in the shit that it was like unsavable from his point, right? But even if he tried to save it, even if he tried to change something and do something, he couldn't because the players weren't available, right? So I had the same feelings towards Ange, right? I wanted Ange sacked from like November last year, right? Because in my opinion, when he had the players available, he wasn't utilizing them well enough, right? He wasn't just he lost games that he shouldn't have lost, in my opinion. But then when the injuries came, I was like under the impression that there was nothing that could have been done to save those games. Like I said against Newcastle, right? When you have like 10 injuries and 5 players are sick, and you have like 3 16-year-olds on the pitch and a keeper that never played a professional game for us, right? It's like at that point, I'm not sure if there is much you can do as a coach at that point, right?
Michael, do you know I don't feel sorry for him? Go on, Mia.
Yeah,
I
I'm not saying you
disagree
have to.
because I think that actually what he could have done is actually play bloody football, because the whole point is, even when he had players, he still played defensive. He never played to actually win games. He
I can agree with
played not to lose
Yeah,
games.
but
That's your problem. And
yeah,
even when he had injuries, he still wasn't. He had injuries. He didn't have injuries. He still played the same way.
Yeah,
Joe, how you can win a game? Bloody go for it. That's how
when
you could
he
have changed it.
when he didn't have injuries, I completely agree, right? But when you are missing 13 players, it's not like you can play football, right? Because you literally don't have the players to play whatever you want, right?
You can play.
It's like-
You can play football.
You
Look at
can.
Wolves. Look at Wolves.
But that's my point. They have 25 fit players, right?
Yeah.
So you can set
But
up
they're
a
shit.
system. Yeah, but
Yeah,
they are
but they've got no
professional
pressure now,
footballers,
still.
right?
It is
Yeah,
different.
that's
It's
one
different
thing, right?
circumstances.
But I'm saying
They've
that
not had pressure. They've not had pressure. They've not
Well,
had pressure for many weeks.
I'm
It's only
saying
because
that-
the new managers come in.
they can come up
No, because
with
they
a
know they're
system.
down and out. Sorry, go on, Michael.
They were
They
down.
can-
They were down and out in November.
They can come up with a system, right, where they press high and they have a high octane football, right? Because even if those players are shit, you can change them, right? You can make changes during the match and bring on fresh energy, right? Whereas I think if you have 12 fit players, you can't really play like full octane, like
The second
You know-
half against Man City disagrees with you.
it's one half of football. I'm saying
Yeah.
But we don't even do it for any halves now.
I mean,
I
we
don't think- I think
only
you're missing
saw
his
one game
point.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
do
you're
get his
missing my
point.
point there.
I disagree with it. We even with injuries, you can still go for games.
You can't.
In
You
one-offs you can do, right?
So,
You
so
can
what you're saying to me, guys, is what you're saying to me is because we've got injuries, we can't.
Look at that shot.
I think you have to repeat yourself still. You
Yeah,
went
go on.
blank there.
No, so what I'm saying is, so what you're saying is because of injuries, we can't go for a win in a game now.
No, I mean, if you are missing half your squad, are you expected to win against fucking Arsenal?
No, not
Like,
expected
no,
to go for
but-
it. So what you're saying is, if because we've got these injuries, we can't go for the win in games now. Then
Well, we
I'm
can't.
saying-
We're never going to go for the win. Go on, Michael. Sorry.
I'm saying that you can't exploit those players even more than you already did, because if like it's just like a snowball effect, in my opinion, right?
But
The more
that's not what Mia
injuries you
said.
have, yeah,
What
but
Mia's
that's what
saying
I'm
is-
saying. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, but she
I'm
countered
saying-
you by saying it doesn't matter because we don't even try to go for the win. And what you're saying is, but now we've got the injuries, he can't change it. I'm saying no matter what players you've got, the intent to go for the win can be
Yeah,
there.
but-
Now, whether you do
Yes,
win or not,
I
different, but we don't
think-
even try.
I think when we went to Bournemouth, we tried, right? I think we tried against City. That there are games where we kind of like. I'm not saying it was scintillating, like beautiful Barcelona-esque football, right?
Michael, imagine we did that more often.
Then more players would get injured. My point is that I think that there came a point where there were so many injuries that when you tried to apply like go for it more expansive football that is more taxing on the players,
Okay,
at certain point they just
therefore-
run out of energy. At certain point
Okay.
they just run out of energy in
Michael.
the game, and you can't impact the game
Right,
with
so
the bench.
therefore,
Right?
so therefore, your logic then,
Yeah.
because we've got these injuries, we can't play that way, which means now we just got to be defensive every single game because of the injuries. Then,
Yeah, I think that's quite logical when you are missing 13 players that you should apply
okay,
more
if that's the
defensive
case,
right?
if that's the case, then just write off the rest of the season. Because if we're not going to try and win games because more players will get injured and we're just going to be really defensive, just write off the season now. Then
I think.
But
How they're going to
there was,
try.
no,
And,
there was no
you
point
can-
sacking Frank. There was no
But
point.
you can't win games when you play defensive or what? Like,
of course, you can.
I
Arsenal
don't-
should.
I don't understand.
Show me. Well, no, because you've got to score goals.
yeah, but
Yeah, but
Arsenal
that's
is
what the
playing
goals are
defensive and they are
defensive.
winning games,
That's
right?
Yeah.
That's where you need to be quick on the counter attack when you play defensive,
Yeah.
basically, and take your chances when you
But
got.
we,
'em.
but we don't have managers.
There's a big
that do
difference
that.
between Arsenal and Tottenham, fellas.
Yeah,
We don't, mate.
We're
When
not
have we
saying
ever
there
been
isn't.
counter-attacking other than Conte? Can we get? When have we ever been good at
Mourinho,
counter-attacking
Mourinho,
other
right?
than Conte?
Mourinho, but we had Kane and Son. Like,
Couple of
Yeah.
times
Right,
underage.
other than 3 years ago, when have we
but
done?
we also don't have players to play tiki-taka possession style
Yeah.
football, right? it's like all of them are fucking injured. That's my point,
But
right?
nobody's asking for tiki-taka. All
coach
you have to do is
that.
try to win games of football. We're not asking for tiki-taka. We're trying to ask to actually play.
Try to play football, because like I don't understand
But
the
try
point.
to win a game.
Michael,
So
can
when
I
you
explain
say,
it to you?
go on,
But let me talk. Let me go.
Yeah, let me
No,
explain.
what I would say is trying to win a game of football is going in there with the mindset not to just set up defensively and sit every single man behind the ball. And that's what we've been doing. And that's not you trying to win a game. That's you purposely making sure that all the men are up the one end of the pitch defending and not actually trying to attack and play football, as in trying to win the game by trying to score goals. That's the problem, and that's been our problem all season.
And I agree with that point when Frank had his players, right? But what I'm trying to say is that this squad, the amount of injuries impacted us in a way that I don't think we could like employ a tactic where we try to like go for it, right?
Yeah.
I just felt like we had to play more defensive. I think we had to play more defensive because there weren't players on the bench who we could sub on when the game came to like 70th minute and the first team that was on the pitch was tired, right? You couldn't impact the game, so you had to preserve the energy of the players that were on the pitch, right? Because like let's just say we had 12 players like we did against like I don't know like City or whatever, right? We can have like one game where we go more offensive, but I think you exploit the players, right? And then the next game they will be more tired, more injuries, right? I feel like we had to at a certain point like employ a more defensive tactic so that it is less taxing on the players. And that's
how did that work out? We've still got more injuries. We still lost games. It didn't work, did it?
Regardless, whoever is on the pitch should be going for the win at all times. That is what you are paid to do. Whether you've got 14, 15, however many injuries you've got, those players should be going for the win. And the problem we've got right now is those players do not want to do that. And that's the issue I've got. I understand that there's injuries, fine. But the players that are left do not look like they want it enough to get us 3 points. Every game I watch now.
So then, based on that, Benji, how can the players play attacking football to go for the win if they don't really want to play football?
Well, I don't care what type of football I don't care what type of football they play. If at least put in a performance, it looks like you're trying to win the fucking game.
I think the problem they've got is it's such a big psychological problem because last season they played gung-ho football and they lost 22 games. That is a lot of fucking losses. On any other given season, we would have got relegated, right? Then you go into this season and the manager's seen that, right? So Frank has seen obviously what's happened last season and he doesn't want to go back to that kind of mentality where they're losing every single game, right? But what's happened is because of the injuries and because of everything that's happened this season, his problem this whole season has been struggling to find the balance between defensive football and attacking football, right? That's very evident to see, right? The manager is trying to do what he thought was best because, in my opinion, how I saw it was that if he did play that attacking football that the fans want to see, we were going to get opened up like a sliced bread, right? Like we were last season under Ange. That's what I believe, which is why he played very pragmatically, right? Majority of the time. And the reason why I believe that he believed that, or this is what I see, is because these fucking players are fucking useless, right? All of them. They are fucking useless. And I see that. We see that. Everyone can see they can't pass a football 5 yards. They can't make. They do stupid shit all the time. Vicario can't pass a football. Vicario is crap. We've got a keeper they don't trust. We've got a captain that does fucking shenanigans all season. Look at the state of our squad. It's a fucking mess. That's why I believe Frank did what he did, and I think he was very unlucky that he got so many injuries.
You lot jumped all over Frank. You lot all bigged up Frank. You couldn't have put more smoke up his ass, and when it came back to bite you in the ass, you all attacked the players. Let me tell you something, right? Frank was a terrible coach for this football club. He did not meet
didn't do the
the
job.
requirements of what we
I
needed.
agree.
The way he set us up was
No one can meet
shocking.
the requirements what we need.
I called it from day one.
No one can,
Day
mate, right
one,
now.
From day one, I called out Frank, and you lot all slammed me. Not you so much. Well, no, you did as well, actually. You all slammed
No,
me.
I didn't want Frank. What are you talking about, Stel?
Shut up, Dan. You were saying Frank was your first choice all the time. What are you talking about?
Dan, earlier on in this fucking show, you said no, it wasn't. So stop chatting shit.
Don't try it, mate. Don't
try chat shit. Don't try chat shit. Don't fucking try chat shit now.
You wanted Frank in.
Not at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't want fucking Frank.
We all heard you, Dan. Just let it go, mate.
Benji, how about you shut the fuck up?
Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, mate. It helps.
I will tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth. Frank was not Danny's number one choice. It wasn't. Right? That's the truth. It wasn't. I know that. I know because Danny didn't want Frank as his number one choice. But when Frank did come in, he backed it. And I saw you on YouTube channels. Right. That was your mistake, though. The only one who owned. I
still backed it.
Was Dan E, who said how fucking wrong. He's the only one who's owned it. Everybody else still was in denial over it. Backed him.
I still said I didn't want Frank sacked.
I was worried. Right? The coaching of our players has been nothing short of dog shit. I'm a coach and I can see it. Do I think these players are brilliant? No. Do I think these players should be in the top 6? No. Do I think they're better than what we're seeing? Yes, I do. And I look at basics, right? Example, the last game, a back three with our best midfielder in the back three. If you haven't got 3 centre backs, you don't play a back three. Your job as a manager is to find solutions.
I agree.
You play a back 4. You've got Sousa, who's a left back. You've got Spence, who's a right back. You've got Dragusi and Van der Ven, who are centre backs. That's what you fucking do. You put the midfielders in the midfield. And if you're going to play with a front 3, a front 2, a front 1, put players in their right position. When I'm seeing Vicario kicking the ball long and he can't get the ball over the halfway line, that's on the manager. That's on the manager. He should look at that and say, right, someone else take the goal kicks.
And also like kicking the ball to Muwani when he's against Gabriel and Saliba 1 versus 2.
I said that
like,
as well, you're right.
Put 2 fucking
100%.
strikers on the pitch, right? Put 2 strikers on the pitch so they can match like 2 against 2, right?
This is all coaching,
the ball up
guys.
there. Moane weren't even past the halfway line when he decided to kick it.
Yeah,
all the players were standing
mate,
next
this
to
is-
him when he was
this
kicking
is-
it up there as well.
Guys, this is all coaching, right? Richarlison is shit. He's fucking
Oh yeah, he's
shit.
crap.
Wow.
Yeah, he's crap.
If you're going to play him, you've got to play him to his strength. The only thing he's good at is popping up with a header. So put balls into the box and aim for him. That's the only thing he can do. We don't do that. So I look at us and I think, how did Wolves get into Arsenal? They went down the flanks and they got those balls in there and they caused problems. So I'm thinking, right, if we're going to get something out of Arsenal, we've got to get down the flanks. We didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave up the midfield. We completely surrendered the midfield and allowed Arsenal, who've won 2 games in 7, to dunk all over us. Guys, our players have not been given the platform to do the best that they can, which is average. The platform we've given them is to be worse than what we're seeing. I'm telling you, man, and I've stood by this all season. If we go down, it's because of shit management and shit recruitment, not just shit recruitment. This team isn't a team that should be getting relegated, even with the injuries. The injuries are the reason we're not. It's everything, Dan. It's everything.
It's everything. And I'm agreeing with that. And I said it a little while back where I think that everybody has had their main point that they focused on that is a problem at this club. And I step back and look at it, I think everybody was right. It's just some people see that as more of a problem. Other people see that one as more of a problem. It's just how people see it. But I think everybody's been right. The whole club is a fucking mess and a fucking problem. I think Frank, there was a few games we could have got points, but he was too desperate to go out there, like Mia said, and not lose the game instead of going out there to win the game. In a couple of games where I think we could have got that win. And I think that definitely
I
fucked
agree
him over
with.
and done us good and proper as well. And well, now we're in the situation we're in. Look, I'm going to end it on the positive, and the positive is going to be I don't think we will get relegated. That is my positive side to it. Mia, you got any shows coming up?
I'll probably do a reaction at some point to the game. If I can be bothered, yeah.
You sound like you got the energy for it.
Yeah, I'm really enthusiastic about Spurs right now, man. Like, really enthusiastic.
I don't think anyone is at the moment. And Stel, you got anything coming up soon? Spurs 5, Spurs Corner?
Spurs Corner, I think there's something this weekend. I'm not 100% sure. Spurs 5 on Monday. Listen, guys, man, I'm just going to say this. I hope we get relegated because for me, I'm at a point now where I don't see anything changing. I don't see anything changing unless the owners are financially hurt. I really don't see it changing, man. Honestly, if everyone wants to hope that this will now scare them into action, you're in for more pain if we stay in the Premier League. Even more pain. They're going to take the piss.
It's sort of basically what you're saying is we're fucked if we're doing, fucked if we don't, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're saying now. So either way,
we're fucked.
Yeah, it is just not looking pretty. I mean, yes, a depressing show in that aspect, but I think everybody has just been realistic. I think it is very hard to now look at this and not look at it in a realistic manner. And the realistic manner is very, very negative at the moment. It's the most positive thing you can say at the moment is that you think we're going to stay up. And that is the most positive thing you can say about this club at the moment. And that shows how much of a shithole of a situation we're in. But anyway, thanks for guests for coming on. Much appreciated. Hope you all go and have a good night's sleep now after a heavy, depressing show like that. And same with the chat. And let's hope we play some decent football on Sunday. Anyway, everyone, have a good night. Take care.
Gotta do 'em hella big, had 'em money.